All right, look, PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's the easiest way to win cash while you're watching games. Here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same map. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code Speakeasy. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Speakeasy Sophisticated Sports Talk with the best in the game. I'm a large human being nicknamed Carebear, standing behind the bar, Kieran Hickey Simple, and I'm joined here today with 2 gentlemen who are OGs, real unks, real old-ass dudes, knees falling apart. I'm talking about AARP cards on the way, and one of them is named Emmanuel Acho. How we doing today, Acho?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. Hey, this is the last show of the week. Congratulations, you have made it through Thursday. This is our Friday. Welcome to the Speakeasy. You could be doing anything, watching anything. You're hanging out with us. We will never take it for granted, and on today, we absolutely do not take it for granted. Consider us your online family, wherever you're watching. You might be behind bars, another state, another country. We are here to kick it with you all, not making this show to talk at you, but to talk with you. If you want us to talk back, drop a super chat and we're guaranteed to respond. With that being said, if we've done anything for y'all over the course of the week, it would mean everything to us if y'all hit that subscribe button. After that, hit the bell button to be notified when we go live, because this is the last show until July 12th. With that being said, Carebear! Turn me up!
Oh, look, also joining us here in the Speakeasy, I mentioned an OG. This dude was playing football in the league while I was crapping in my pants. I was wearing diapers when he was in the league, but he spent a great time in the league, over a decade, was a Pro Bowler. Also now has turned his talents from the football field to the studio and also to the coaching realm as well, coaching some of your favorite wide receivers. TJ Hushmanzada in the building. How we doing today, man?
Man, good, man. Got a nice little workout in. I feel good today.
Good.
I know you feel good. That haircut, that edge up, line up, looking real good.
You know what it is, man. I had to come in fresh today. Speaking of a dude that always comes in fresh, once again, currently locked into an just heated and disgusting contract battle and negotiation right now. He decided not to wear the logo today. He's actually wearing his no logo hat in protest.
Come on.
Social Trey in the building. How we doing today, man?
Listen, man.
Fight the power, Trey.
Trey in the building.
Y'all know the vibes, man.
In the building.
No contract.
No peace.
No logo. Good to see y'all boys. Hey, not just last show of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Last show for a week.
Yeah.
Let's go out with a bang,
Let's
man.
go out with a bang. Let's go out with a bang.
Hey, last show for a week.
Hey, last show for a week. Hey. All right, look. We have to go out with a bang. And speaking of going out with a bang, Cristiano Ronaldo, and what we expect to be his last World Cup, scored his very first knockout goal. He had 25 touches, 2 shots, and his first career knockout stage goal. He also won Man of the Match. Yeah, I guess. Fabrizio Romano also put it out saying that now he is the oldest goal scorer in World Cup knockout stage history as they got a victory over Croatia. He was subbed out in the 81st minute in a 1-1 ball game. In you guys' opinion, how impressive was Cristiano Ronaldo in today's win over Croatia?
The magnitude of the moment that Cristiano Ronaldo showed up in, that's what was impressive. Remember, Cristiano Ronaldo, for as illustrious of a career as he has had, come the knockout stage of the World Cup, he is underwhelmed. The goal that Cristiano Ronaldo scored off the PK, it was so substantial because, remember, the entirety of the game, Croatia was asking all of the questions. And Portugal was trying to find answers, left, right. But the dilemma is, when you are trying to find answers for questions, you're not asking any questions yourself. Ronaldo, by scoring that goal, now he applies pressure. Now you put the pressure on the opponent. Now you suggest to them, hey, y'all are going to be the ones that are going to have to try to calm your central nervous system and find a way to score a goal and find a way to prevail in this matchup. Remember, there was no guarantee that Ronaldo was going to make that PK. there was a guarantee that he was going to be calm in attempting it. I believe he had made 189 PKs in international games, so we knew that he was going to be calm in attempting it, but there was no guarantee that he was going to knock it down. So for me, it was the man met the moment in Cristiano Ronaldo scoring this PK at the knockout stage. This is when legacies are not made, because his legacy is already made, but this is when the legends and the tales are created.
I watched all this game. Boy, Croatia they were putting pressure on Portugal. The entire match, just pressure. I'll say this. Penalty kick, like, you better make that. It's a penalty kick. You Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like, I would assume any player on that Portugal roster would have stepped up and made that kick in that situation. But the goal that he scored that was disallowed, I mean, I think they need to change these rules in soccer, man. Like, you can't just be past a guy just a little bit. Like, if some of your body is touching his body, pause. That should be okay. Like, your entire body has to be like.
I have a big issue with onside or offside
that
rulings.
Part, they should change that.
Yeah,
right?
no. Well, my thing is, look, offside. Obviously, it is there to create to not let the offense kind of create an unfair advantage. Sure. Me having an arm, me having a shoulder, me having a foot is not giving me an unfair advantage.
It would make the game more exciting because more goals would be scored.
Exactly. It would be. But I think, obviously, when you look at certain images, it's like, oh, this is offside, this is not offside. I think there needs to be a distinct ruling. If a player's torso is completely past another player's torso, sure, we can call offsides on that. But if I'm half a shoulder leaning on this straight line, and you're calling offsides on that, it's not an advantage. And granted, this is a rule that's been in soccer for decades upon decades upon decades. I don't see it changing. It's honestly one of the only rules in soccer. It's not a hard game to follow. It's just there's no advantage that's really gained through those types of moments.
The pushback I'll give is the agreement I'll give is when it is like microcosmic. I'm with y'all. There comes a point
that was microcosmic. His disallowed goal was.
There comes a point where, like, the beauty of professional sports is the error that exists within the game, the human error. Like, not every route TJ runs is going to be perfect. Not every time is he going to catch the ball. He'll tell you one of the greatest hands you'll ever know. But in the playoff game, I believe it was Bengals versus the Ravens. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Steelers versus the Ravens. I was on the Ravens.
Steelers versus Ravens. Yeah. TJ drops the pass. He don't ever drop it. The miracle of sport, to me, sometimes is an error. Yeah. So at the point in which, Kieran, we are constantly going back to review, if there was a match 2 days ago where a player was ruled offsides by in half of an inch, that to me undermines a sport.
There was literally a game, I forgot who the match was between, but say this is a foot.
Yep.
This part of the foot was offside.
Yep.
And the goal was disallowed. Thinking about that, I love the introduction of VAR because watching football before this, watching the 2014, 2010 World Cup, there were some crazy calls. Imagine someone being.
It's soccer.
Sorry. Kickball, if you will. Okay, watching soccer before, you have someone be blatantly offside, and then there wasn't a VAR to check it or reverse that call. There would be a ball that gets kicked out of bounds, creating a corner opportunity, and it's not called a reverse. So I do understand and appreciate what VAR does, but today, even that goal that was had with Croatia later in the game.
Oh my God,
bro! If he gets
did
his
he
hair
really
cut with a
touch that
2
ball?
guard,
Did he really touch that ball?
Yeah,
you couldn't tell. You could not tell.
This is the thing. You couldn't tell that he touched the ball.
So then how can you change the call?
There's a chip.
You couldn't tell.
So this is why. There's a chip inside the ball that sends a signal to the computer that a touch was had.
Yeah.
And at that moment, when they pause the video, they sync it up with the chip that's inside the ball, and that's when the ball was sensed as being touched.
Do you think that the foul that gave Portugal that penalty kick, did he kind of exaggerate that a little bit?
He did,
but
it was just.
Because he didn't get pulled down.
It was just. But he was beat
soccer,
positionally and wrapped your arms. You just can't do that. Yeah. You can't do that because they're taught.
They do that all the time on penalty kicks. On corner kicks.
No, absolutely, they do. There's a lot of times where it's physical, but whenever you're beat that badly, you can't
Kieran,
just tackle.
was it England a PK where the goalie got impeded on, his progress did.
It was Germany and Paraguay.
And that was gigantic.
Yep, it was
like
huge.
That goal was ultimately huge because that led to, I believe, the massive upset of Germany, his population of 83 million losing to Paraguay, a population of 7 million.
Yep.
That goal would have completely shifted the entire tenure, if you will, of that game. But going back to this game and going back to Ronaldo, this was massive because, bruh, if Ronaldo loses, imagine the dialogue. Because, T, you said something, I don't even know if you noticed it. Anybody would have made that PK. Of course, Ronaldo would have made that PK. Ronaldo had everything to lose and nothing to gain when he stepped up to the stripe to attempt that PK. Everything to lose. Everybody is anticipating, well, you're one of the greatest ever. You're surely going to make this penalty kick. But in the event that he misses, he is the biggest choke artist, not scoring in knockouts, completely underwhelming. 41 has cost his team. Yeah. His ego and his pride got into the way. He shouldn't have been the one to take the PK. That is very true. But he makes the PK, and it's, well, duh, he was supposed to make the PK. He shouldn't have made the PK. Even if he had everything to lose.
If he misses it, it doesn't take away that he's one of the greatest soccer players we've ever seen.
Sure.
It doesn't take away from that. Now, in this moment, the country of Portugal and the fans are
riot.
But when you sit back and reflect, it doesn't take away from how great of a player he is and he was when it's all said and done for him. In this moment now, oh yeah, he's gonna be called any and everything. And so when he stepped up, I was like, oh yeah, he making it. But you can tell all these players, Ronaldo, because he's so. Man, they all get up in there. You can tell they're nervous.
Yeah.
Because they take that deep breath. They close their eyes. So it's a bit of nervousness for them.
Kieran, were you nervous? Obviously, you are the most astute soccer mind in the room. Were you nervous for Ronaldo when he stepped up to attempt the PK? Because I was. Knowing what was at stake. I believe they were down 1-0 at the time.
Yes, they're down 1-0 at the time. Knowing that if he did miss that, it would be probably one of the most soul-crushing and... It would almost confirm that you're not better than Messi. It would like his fans would have absolutely no excuses anymore about it, and it would look really, really bad not having a single knockout goal. Now on the flip side, did I care? No, because he's Pinaldo. That's what they call him. Out of his 9 World Cup goals, 4 of them are off of penalties. He's not that good of a goal scorer in this tournament. If through 6 tournaments you have 9 goals and 4 of them are through penalties, I don't think you're just that. I don't think you're a world beater, crazy goal scorer, especially whenever I've seen what Ronaldo Nazario did for Brazil, what Lionel Messi has done, what Kylian Mbappe has done.
Man, Mbappe going crazy.
Mbappe's crazy. All in less matches, though, as well. So, no, I didn't really feel that way about Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm also a bit of a Ronaldo hater. And I'll stand on that. And it's crazy because he's played for one of my favorite teams, Manchester United. But that Ronaldo is not the Ronaldo we've seen recently. And this guy cares so much about scoring goals. He puts it above everything, anything and everything else. Even earlier in this World Cup, where they had a free kick opportunity. By the way, he's terrible on free kicks and shouldn't be taking them. Bruno Fernandes or Nuno Mendes should be taking these free kicks. It's ridiculous. He ends up not taking the free kick. Nuno Mendes goes in. He ends up making the free kick. And Ronaldo's celebration is like him looking at all of his teammates, expecting them to give him credit for passing up on the free kick, rather than Nuno Mendes for actually going out there and making it. That's the type of player that Cristiano Ronaldo has kind of turned into. A goal-thirsty, about me, he needs this World Cup for his legacy, and it screams of insecurity. So no, I didn't feel in any way bad if he was going to miss that pin. As a matter of fact, I kind of wanted him to miss it. I did. I wanted him to miss the penalty. And honestly, it made me even more happy that he got subbed out in the 81st minute, and Portugal, who was struggling to get anything going on the attack, scored almost right afterwards. They don't need him to win this World Cup. As a matter of fact, I think he's going to hold them back. And I think they have a very talented squad. But I don't know. I'm not big on the Ronaldo stuff whatsoever. So, no, I didn't feel in any way bad about it. Ronaldo.
No. I love that take. I do think to some degree he's going to hold him back because I was watching, it's interesting. Ronaldo, the elation he has, you can tell a lot about an athlete with what I'm about to say. TJ, let me know if you agree. The elation Ronaldo has when he scores versus the elation he has when one of his teammates score are vastly different. And it's far too different for my liking. If I got a TFL, I'm lit. But if my dog got a TFL, I'm lit for him.
Bro.
If you know what I mean?
Would we classify the World Cup like a playoff game, right?
Of course.
They're all playoff games. Yes,
I
this is the
don't
playoffs.
give a damn who make the play. Somebody make this play. Because we just want to win.
Correct.
And so you make it, I make it. If you make it, I feel like I made it.
Yes.
Because we on the same team. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
And so you would expect that same excitement. But these dudes that are great as Ronaldo is, they just move different.
They move different. You're not wrong about that at all.
I'm telling you.
Where we at,
Ronaldo
Ken?
fans, y'all can be mad, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. We can get to some super chats.
Come back to me. I'm actually
Come back
working.
to you.
Unlike
Okay,
you guys,
bet.
just
Sweet.
doing
All
a
right,
bunch of
just-
yapping and talking. So yeah, I'm working.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pissed off.
The
No-
premise of the show is to yap and talk.
It is July 2nd, and I still have not gotten offered a contract. We're about to go on break for. I said, come back to me. Damn it. Keep the show moving.
Well,
I'm working over here.
Look, we will keep the show moving, Trey. My fault. Look, man, I didn't know it was that serious right now. All right, look, keeping the show pushing. We got to talk about Brandon Aiyuk and this continued drama for the Washington Commanders receiver, as he likes to say now. He posted a video of him dancing online because he's, expecting to be a Commander soon. See him rocking the Commanders maroon already. Celebrating.
ACLs look good.
Before ACL does look good. He also went on another one of his famous Brandon Aiyuk rants. This one about the reason why his guaranteed money was voided, and maybe the reason why he's upset at the 49ers.
And they saying all this because I missed rehab. No, I didn't miss rehab. I just didn't rehab with y'all. Man, get me off your bum ass team, man, so I can get to niggas was motor mouth. Now that they ain't got nothing to say. They ain't got nothing to say. They high and they ducking. Where is you at? Bring your ass here. Say something.
While also just watching the World Cup. It's hilarious. He just flipped the camera around during that time. But also, former Washington head coach Jay Gruden was asked if there was any way Brandon Aiyuk is actually the victim and the 49ers are the bad guy in this situation. He said, and I quote, "No, I don't. All you ask him to do is rehab at your facility or keep in close contact with your trainer while you're hurt, and that didn't happen. I don't know what the hell pissed him off so bad. They gave him a hell of a contract. It's not an unfair contract. I don't know where this disdain came from, but I don't think the 49ers are in the wrong at all. I think they're doing everything every other NFL team would do in this situation." Fellas, in your guys' mind, after hearing this new information, maybe from Brandon Aiyuk and, this quote from Jay Gruden, do you think there's any chance that Brandon Aiyuk is actually the victim in this situation?
No. He's not the victim. But I will say this. The majority of really good players never rehab at the facility. Never. You have an ACL injury, you're not rehabbing at the team facility. Your agent is going to find somebody that's going to rehab you where it's just you he can spend on. Because if you rehab at the facility, you got to understand, the trainers that are rehabbing you, they got to tend to the other players on the team for practice and this and that. And so I don't know why the 49ers, if this is the case, would be upset about that, because they know guys don't rehab at the facility, especially during the season. Now, if it's an off-season injury and the trainers, they don't have as much work to do because all the guys aren't there. But during the season, guys leave. Guys have major injuries. You don't see them. They leave. And so I still don't think he's a victim. In that situation, if I'm him, I'm not rehabbing at the facility. I'm gone. I'm going somewhere else. I am not rehabbing at the facility because there's this stigma that when you rehab at the facility, you can go get better rehab and treatment somewhere else. That's just how it is in the league. Your agent or somebody, it's better here. Go here. Somebody had an ACL injury. Hey man, I did my rehab with them. They really okay. I'm gonna go there. That's just how it works. But he's not the victim in this because of what he's done. I thought this was funny though. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't think nothing was wrong with what he did today. The other stuff, obviously, I don't agree with. But today, I thought it was funny, and I felt like had he handled everything how he handled stuff today or what he put out today, I think he'd be in a better situation. But it wasn't. I just felt like today was a lot better, at least in my opinion. But
I think you just become desensitized to it.
Nah,
bro.
what did he like? He wasn't talking shit. It was like more fun than anything.
He's a member of the Niners, and he said, "Get me off your bum ass team."
He really not a member. He not a member of the Niners.
He is.
He not.
But here's why I said you're numb to it. You're numb to it because you've already seen him say, I want to go to the Commanders. You've already seen him say, yo, trade me. You've already seen. If this was the first thing he ever did, if this was the first BA video, and it was,
I'd be like, why are you doing? Why are you doing it? Yeah,
now we're numb
yeah.
to it. My fear is I've tried not to laugh only because I'm like, I used to laugh at AB, and I don't know what we're witnessing. So let me not get my ha-has out, my kikis out, just in the event this is like some really weird behavior. Here's the only other thing. I don't know if you missed this or maybe you just disagree with it. If Jay Gruden would have said he didn't rehab at the facility and ended it there, but the most important thing he said, all you ask him to do is rehab at the facility or keep in close contact with your trainer. And
that's what should happen.
Yes.
But he did say, BA, last week or the week prior, I fired my agent in November, okay? So did he really fire his agent in November? Because that agent is the one that should be keeping the team and the trainers abreast of what's going on, not BA. Yep. The agent is the one that kind of keeps them in the loop, so to speak, not him. And so I don't know where that disconnect, when it started, when it happened. But all in all, I don't believe the Commanders. I don't know, bro. I don't think the Commanders are gonna sign him, but he is dead set,
bro,
that the Commanders are signing him. So he must know something we all don't know.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I sit on it. It seems like he knows something.
Whoa. Hey, in the back, can we cue that? One more time. This is where I sit on it.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Pour yourself up a shot. You know what to do.
Hop on it, sit on it.
Come on, bro.
Come on, dog.
T.
Yeah, go ahead. Pass him that bottle, please.
TJ.
All right, here we go,
That's
my
crazy.
boy.
And also, nobody even says that. It's where I stand.
Yeah,
this is
where I stand. This
is where I stand.
You're right. Actually,
he went out of his way
to say some pause shit.
I'm always standing. I don't know. I'm tired of standing. I wanted to sit down somewhere.
Tired of standing.
I wanted to sit with the take.
We know you wanted to ride on Stephen A. yesterday. Now you trying to sit on? Yeah, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Because like if it was a normal figure of speech, I get it.
Right.
But like you say, this is where
I
I
don't
stand.
get the normal figures of speech.
Yeah. Well,
I ain't finished college. I dropped out.
And you don't have a normal
this is
figure
where I stand on this topic.
There we go.
He clearly knows something that we don't know, because I don't think you're this boisterous, loud, and obnoxious about getting out of your situation and going to one said team. There's clearly, I mean, he's gonna look crazy. Like he's gonna look like he has egg all over his face if he ends up doing all of this talking about leaving and going to the Commanders, and that's not happening at the end of the day. The real question is though, have your actions, like they mentioned before, have your actions resulted in the 49ers possibly wanting to recoup what they lost after offering you this contract? After you just completely abandoning your obligations and what you were contracted to do, they could potentially take legal action and get the money that you're going to be receiving from the Commanders moving forward. That's a genuine thing that could have that could actually happen to Brandon Aiyuk. And I think for that reason, playing nice is kind of the smart thing to do here. Not continuously going online and saying, get me off your bum ass team, y'all are scared of the belt, yada yada yada. Because we could be in a situation this fall where you might be able to go to San Francisco on October 19th with the Commanders and smack them around and put up 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. And your game check might be sent all to them. Think about that.
Yeah.
What belt did I just receive? Congratulations, you did a great job. Give me that.
The other thing that's interesting, T, chime in here. A lot to get to today. By the way, shout out to y'all for tapped in with us in Speakeasy. I don't know if I've seen another player in the midst of a contract dispute be this detrimental to his current squad. I've seen other players remove logos of the teams. Kyler Murray, he notably did that. I've seen players hold out great. Zeke went to Cabo, great. But have we ever seen anybody like put it like this, and let me know in the chat if y'all can relate. T, when I meet somebody and they gossip heavy about somebody else, I don't judge the somebody else they're talking about. I judge them. Because I'm like, oh, this is your behavior. This is your character.
You're going to tell me this, what they're going to tell the next person.
Correct.
About you.
I'm not even listening to what you're saying about the other person. Oh my gosh, they're like that. I'm not listening to what you're saying about them. I'm sitting here thinking, why are you telling me this? So, BA, if you're the next team, I'm sitting here like, bruh, why? I'm not thinking, man, what did the Niners do? I'm thinking, why are you acting like this? And I can't afford to have you acting like this in my organization.
That's exactly what I've said is if they've given you $100+ million, because you would have made $100+ million. They were not releasing you.
Correct.
And I'm not going to give you anywhere near that. If you acted ass and this was on the table, how you gonna act when what we put on the table is pennies, crumbs, compared to that? So that is a concern. Yep. It really is a concern because we play for the love of the game, but let's be honest, we playing so I can get that contract and take care of my family and myself. That's what we playing for. Like, I gotta get to this Pro Bowl. I can't miss this game. I don't give a damn what's wrong. Shoot, give me a shot. We taking shots.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to maximize our earnings. Like that line in the training room on Sunday to get them Toradol shots, I mean, it's not short. You sitting there waiting good 15 minutes to get your shot. We love the game. But we love that money more.
You ain't never loved
and so he's going to be playing for peanuts compared to what he was making. If you did this to them, what makes me any different?
Yeah.
And so the Commanders have to be thinking that. And I don't think it's going to happen. But, man, the way he acted, I'm like, bro, they must have pinky promised or something, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Trey, we got to get some super chats, G.
Let's do it.
Yeah, do your job. Oh, wow. PTO
you should have told him that, Acho.
Telling me to do my job.
Do your job, man.
That's interesting.
Taking it up with my boss. Come on now.
Well, who better to start off the super chats than Manny Hill 9979, who said hashtag most relatable, least debatable needs a contract ASAP.
Make it stop, please.
Congrats on your journey, Meat Munchin Bear.
Yo.
Question for TJ. If a man has never cheated once, can you trust him? Per Shady's logic. Not once. He's never cheated. He's been faithful, been loyal to every woman he's ever been with his whole life.
Me, I can trust him.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know some guys that are like that, and I do trust them.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Plain and simple. Appreciate that, TJ. Reggie Vassar said, question for everybody who will leave their team to pursue a Super Bowl, Chase or Lamb. They got their money and they got the stats. Myles Garrett left to pursue a Super Bowl.
Both those organizations hold on to receivers for a long time.
Periodically time.
Yeah, so I don't know that those two.
Yeah.
Because AJ stayed in Cincy the bulk of his career. Dez stayed in all his good years. Obviously, Michael Irvin.
Those teams that we speak of, if you they top dog, they pay you. So if they gonna pay you,
you gonna stay.
We gonna stay.
Yeah.
Simple. And if you just look at the history of the teams. They pay their best receiver top of the market money as long as you playing like you top of the market.
Is the only one Miles Austin?
But his was short-lived. It wasn't consistent enough.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, what is that? Oh, okay. It wasn't year after year after. You got to give them 2-3 years, and it's like, oh,
and then,
okay.
Okay, bet. Say less.
Keeping it moving, Reggie Vassar also said, I'll take Diggs because he handles the situation respectfully. BA just wanted attention, and GMs don't like how he carries himself. Snack Prescott 4, Kieran's burner, said, just wanted to say, shout out Kieran and his weight loss journey. He's motivated me. I'm down 30 pounds myself.
There we go.
Also, not sports related, but those liquor bottles remind me of Angel Share perfume. Can I get each of your go-to or favorite cologne / parfum?
Oh, yeah.
Let's
This
start with the
myself.
big fella, because I ain't gonna lie, big fella's They put that shit on when it comes to scents.
I'm in the cologne game.
Yeah, yeah.
So look, my starting four right now. My starting four. I got this one's the higher end one. Parfums de Marly.
Yeah, which one?
Valero. Valero by Parfums de Marly.
Is that navy blue?
It's like it's it's not navy blue. It's
Which
clear,
one?
but it has like the little like the Mustang on the back, and it's like baby blue. Like it's pretty good. Yeah, no, Parfums de Marly, Valero, amazing. It's a $500 cologne, but oh my god, it's actually really really good. Also, Stronger with You Intensely, Armani, amazing. Also, Valentino Yellow Dream, get the Toilette, not the Parfum. The Parfum smells a little bit different, and it sticks on you a little bit too longer. Toilette, fire for one night out. And also, YSL has never let me down. It's amazing. I'm wearing it right now. So, yeah. What about you guys?
I got 3 Parfums de Marly, but I only know them by bottle color.
Okay, yeah.
I got navy blue, I got green, and I got the new joint that was a navy blue, but they're hard to find. I got the joint Flying Back through Paris flying back to Singapore at the Singapore airport.
Damn, I got mine at Lenox Mall in Atlanta.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm like, and then the other joint I rock with, Mauve Ghost.
Oh yeah, I'll try one of those. Yeah.
That joint is what brand? What brand is that?
It's I forget. Hold up.
But that joint is can't miss.
I've smelled that one before.
Can't miss.
I just go whatever my wife bought me.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's pretty much. I ain't buying no cologne. None.
Damn.
If she'll buy it for me.
Hey, yeah,
that's
fair. At the end of the day, that's what we wearing it for, though. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I'm new to the cologne game, but I have
Go ahead.
Louis Vuitton Imagination is it's a banger.
Yeah.
They actually also just released City of Stars, which is like a nice summertime.
Okay, so Louis Vuitton has a cologne out. Is it hella expensive?
Gotta be.
It was $350 for a bottle. Yeah.
Gotta be.
It was a little bit on the pricier side.
Yeah.
I got it for the wedding.
Lost y'all mind.
You said we lost our mind?
Man,
I got it for my wedding though. I'm getting married once. It's a fire ass scent.
Yeah.
City of Stars is good. I also like Dolce & Gabbana the one, and then the
she got me one that I really
the
like.
Versace light blue bottle. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Old Frashi or something, but I like that one too. It's a bit on the like cheaper side. That's like more of I ain't really going nowhere. I'll put that on, but yeah, those would be my
Prada
top
Paradigm also came out tough. I'm just saying, gentlemen, switch it up.
Bro.
Don't be the Dior Savage Dior dude.
Stop wearing Axe.
or the Versace Arrows.
Are people still wearing
those
Axe
are
in
great.
2026?
Those are great.
Nah.
But let's expand the palette a little bit more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
When I
Listen
was
to the
younger,
big
though,
fella.
When I was younger though, you go to the swap meet, boy, you get that cool water.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Y'all know what I'm talking about? Get that cool
I
water
used
from
to
the
hit
swap
that Axe
meet.
body spray at the
Axe
middle
body
school.
spray.
I never.
Nah, middle school was a crazy
That
time
cool
because we used to
water
have
from
morning
the swap
practice.
meet.
A lot of dudes was like
when I was
too afraid to
younger
go
myself.
like take a shower in the
showers.
library, so they just like Axe
they
body
shit
spray
out.
on
Ooh.
top of terrible
Question.
smells in middle school.
What had y'all more deceived? Popeye eating spinach, or the Axe body spray making you think you finna pull all the ladies?
I ain't
Axe
never
body
had no
spray
body
was like
spray.
crazy.
I ain't never used that.
You never use Axe?
Nah.
I think right after your time.
Using that
so there was
shit.
there was a big push in like the early 2000s, and all the commercials was like these women jumping on these like
Yeah,
high school guys
yeah.
because they sprayed
Because they
Axe.
sprayed Axe.
And it
Yeah.
was just like a high school guy like was running down the street, and these just beautiful women are like lunging on.
No,
him and
Axe became
leaping
huge
on
because
him,
of that.
and,
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
up here
Axe
talking
was
about
a
you
thing.
with expensive ass cologne. Is this expensive? That's what I just texted her. Chanel Blue.
Oh yeah,
Chanel
Blue
Blue.
is fire.
Chanel Blue,
Chanel
amazing.
Blue's fire.
That's-
Yeah,
that's
Chanel Blue is
the
fire.
most like.
I like the way it smells too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And
I
that's
do.
shitting on
I
my
do.
little $350 cologne.
It's expensive.
I'm sure.
Nah, Chanel Blue. It's
Let
not.
me
It's
know,
not.
'cause
It's
if she
not. It's
paid
not
a lot
that
for that, we got a
crazy. It
problem.
is the
If she
light skin
paid a lot
cologne.
for that,
though.
we got a problem.
It is the light skin cologne.
I don't believe in that.
Keeping it moving, Benjamin Top 5731 said, why haven't the Commanders come forth to quiet or corroborate what Aiyuk is saying? Corroborate means like basically to back up their story, Kieran.
Yes.
I just wanted to let you know.
Bro.
Since you say you didn't finish
Yeah,
college,
since he said he
right?
didn't finish college,
Bro.
I'm just trying to help the brother out.
I passed it. I had a good SAT score.
But you can't read.
Bro, how can I do that? I know SAT words.
Commentariat had you in a chokehold, brother.
It's one word.
Commentariat. It's literally spelled like it's like
commentariat is not
like
a
it sounds
common
and it
word.
sounds
It's not
like
a
it's
common word.
spelled.
It's not a common word.
It's not a common word.
We the commentariat. Am I listening to 70s speeches? Come on now.
Score in 7
Yeah,
years.
exactly. Come on.
Benjamin Todd also said, I believe TJ said the 49ers have until the Wednesday before their first game to release him. When will the Commanders, either way, speak up?
Hey, nah. You know what's gonna happen? That's why they canceled their mini camp. Because
Yeah.
then they would have had to. They're
Yeah.
gonna release him the first day of training camp because he gonna show up. And if he get hurt, they on the hook for that money. As soon as he show up, they're gonna release him. If he's smart, soon as training camp report, I'm the first one there.
Yeah.
I'm reporting. They gotta release him.
Yeah. That's fair. Well, speaking of weird languages, one of our resident comedians, King Drewski.
What up, King Drewski?
Sent a super chat and asked me to read it like a medieval person. I don't really know how to do that, but I guess I'll give it my best shot. I don't even know how to do this. How do I start a medieval? Kieran, get me started.
You want what's the first word?
Mr. Kieran.
Mr. Kieran.
First two words.
Mr. Kieran.
Oh, okay, there we go. Every day, every day, yawn passes.
You want me to read
course.
it? You just want me to read it?
No, I think I might.
Okay.
Mr. Kieran, every day, yawn passes thy course, looks more slim and healthy.
Drinking water.
Teth maketh me sick. The motivation to be healthy is preposterous. Stand ho to relapse. These jokes wilt liveth on.
Wow.
That's all I've got.
Grand regal subjects of the realm.
Let's keep the show moving. I'll get back to the super chats later, y'all.
Look,
Appreciate you.
Oh, we appreciate that, Trey. The boss that you're having a very heated financial, crisis with currently.
Is he in one himself?
He might be. He's currently
Really?
in a back and forth crisis with the largest entity in the sports media world. Stephen A. Smith responded to Acho's take about Caitlin Clark. I'm not Caitlin Clark. Acho's take about Stephen A's comments about the Lakers being a white team with 3 white players and whatnot. I'll let you guys take a listen to what he had to say.
I like Emmanuel Acho, and I'm not offended. Everybody has a right to disagree. But what do you mean? I'm quick to bring up racism. I pride myself on being fair. If something is racist, I'll call it that. And if something is not, there's countless times where evidence exists, where I say, no, that doesn't apply here. See, it's real easy to jump on groupthink and what's popular and what people are not going to push back on. Respectfully, brother, I think you're taking the easy way out with that one. But I respect Emmanuel Acho. I just think he's taking the easy way out there. We're talking basketball history. Should it be said? Well, that says you. You Emmanuel Acho on Stephen A. I'm going to say what I feel.
Yeah, Stephen A.
I'm gonna say what
Talk to
I
him.
feel.
He
Obviously,
tried to sun him.
Hold on, let me go here. I'm going right here. Stephen A. my OG.
Yep.
Stephen A., he put me on. It's all love. It's all respect. With that being said, you were all the way wrong. Stephen A., if you wanted to talk basketball, then you should have talked basketball. You should have talked about the fact that Luka Doncic is too slow-footed. You should have talked about the fact that Austin Reeves does not have the necessary or requisite athleticism to sustain defensively during the course of the playoffs. You should have talked about the fact that Walker Kessler, he's also too heavy-footed to be a legitimate defensive threat after Luka Doncic gets beat, because Luka Doncic will indeed get beat. You could have talked about the fact that Austin Reeves does not have the athleticism to go up against the Ant-Man, does not have the athleticism to go up against the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, does not have the athleticism to go up against these perimeter guards. You could have talked about that, but what you did was draw a false equivalency. What you did was try to take something that may be coincidence and try to root cause it of a correlation. That is the mistake that you, Stephen A., made. Again, you my OG. It's nothing but respect. This is not meant to diminish you. This is meant to diminish the thought process behind your take. Your take was incorrect because you made the premise on we've never seen 3 white best players lead a team before. But just because we haven't seen something happen does not necessarily mean that it cannot happen. Furthermore, just because we haven't seen something happen doesn't mean we should diminish the possibility of it happening. Stephen A., you're black. How many things in your life have we not seen happen until you made them happen? Highest paid person at ESPN, a black man? We ain't see that happen until you made it happen. President of the United States, a black man? We ain't seen that happen until you made it happen. Vice President of the United States, A black woman? We ain't see things happen until individuals that are excellent make them happen. So the dilemma I have with your discussion and your discourse is very simple. You took something and you tried to say that it was a causation because of their race. If you wanted to talk basketball, you should have just talked basketball. Instead, you chose to talk color, thus you made it racial. I just responded.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
really good.
He still had a point.
That's why TJ my dog. That's why TJ is my dog.
He did have a
That's
point.
why TJ is my
Yeah,
dog.
facts.
Cook T.
I just felt like when we saw the Lakers, okay, LeBron gone. And then it's, we about to get Jaylen Durden. Oh, Walker Kessler, we gave up 2 first rounders, 2 second rounders. Like, all right. Everybody was thinking, that's Laker fans, like, damn, we ain't seen this before, but nobody was going to say it because you don't know what may come with saying it. So Stephen A., he said it. And what you said was, that was just great thinking that popped in your mind. You the highest paid ESPN, a black man. We didn't see that until you made it happen. Obama. The female vice president being African American. Somebody has to make it happen. But in the world of sports, you just don't see it happening. You just don't. You don't see that.
Here is
you don't
what,
see now. There's white players that are, and we know this, that are ballers.
How can we? And I'm going to say we because I'm not going to accuse you or anybody else without putting myself in it. How can we be so ignorant? By we, I mean people of color. Bruh, before there was Serena, before there was Tiger, before there was all of these incredible individuals, you never saw it. You know how many
we weren't playing it.
But do you know how many white pundits have suggested that this couldn't happen? A black person couldn't do X, a black person couldn't do Y, a black person couldn't do Z.
When it comes to sports, that's what we do.
Yes, but
when it comes to sports, that's what we do.
Our knock, and this is the dilemma racially, our knock has never been our athleticism. We have been overly sexualized, overly predatorialized. We've been overly all of these things. Our intellect has always been our knock. We knock ourselves. But you talk like you're white because you sound proper educated. So to me, T, our prejudice against white individuals, white men can jump, culturally, everything, is lack of athleticism. The prejudice against black individuals is lack of intellect.
But everybody know both of those statements aren't true. There's some white dudes that got bounced.
Of course.
And, bro, there's a lot of black people that are smart as hell.
No,
like,
duh.
When we go to sports, like,
but you're perpetuating a narrative. Here's the thing. Would he have said the same thing if the starting lineup was Jokic, Luka, Cooper Flagg? If those were the 3 best players.
No.
Okay. No. So then Stephen A.
But that's never going to happen.
But it's not about the fact that they're white then. It's about the fact that they lack athleticism. So speak to the actual limiting reactant. Okay. If it was that they were white, then it would have to stand true for 3 white players.
But you got to understand, like, because when you went to the golf and tennis thing, we weren't really playing that.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then we played. Now we the greatest.
Mm-hmm. I want to jump in here.
Do your thing.
All right. In the wise words of Dan Lanning in sports media, we are fighting for clicks. We are. We're fighting for clicks. Acho, on any given Sunday, I think everyone in this room knows, you as well, TJ, we could watch a football game in that noon slot. We could watch a football game. It could be a game between, let's say, the Eagles and the Cowboys. And you guys could come in here and talk about how bad a linebacker played or how bad a wide receiver played, and y'all could break it down in minute detail. Whenever he was getting off, his releases were bad here. He doesn't find the gaps in zones as well as he is. He's not quarterback friendly. There's all of these different minute things that you could talk about because you're understanding of the game a whole lot more. But what would you say when you came in here and someone played like trash? Would you say, well, I just don't think Kenneth Murray was filling the hole the way that he... No, you're going to say Kenneth Murray played like dog shit today. He played bad because that's the relatable thing. That's the message that's coming out.
That's how we speak, though. We don't like...
And that's also what clicks. It's what clicks. He could very easily have gone on that podcast, like you said, Acho, and he could have very easily said, I just don't think with this lack of athleticism and defensive prowess that a team with the three best players being Walker Kessler, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves is capable of winning a championship. Would that have gone as viral as him saying, I ain't never seen three white dudes lead a championship team? Never.
Everybody is going to think he only saying this because they white.
Correct.
They're all going to think it. He just said it.
But here's the thing, Kieran. Some things are bigger than a take.
Sure.
And to me, in big 2026, when we're just 6 years removed from some of the greatest racial tension of our generation, we don't have the luxury of making racial jokes because let Portnoy, let Clay Travis, let Fox News dude, who's the dude got fired from Fox News?
You talking about?
Let Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
Like, let one of them.
You said that too
Can I
quickly in the back.
They haven't.
You answered that awfully quickly.
They have not been persecuted like our people were, so they can never relate. You can't speak like that when you haven't walked the road that our people have. You
That's
can't.
facts,
I
TJ.
know that.
You preaching
You
right now.
know that. You know that. And
And
you
they
know
know
that.
that.
No,
They
they
know that.
do.
They
No,
know that.
they do know that.
But they
They
won't
know
say it.
that.
They're being willfully ignorant.
But
They
here's the
know
thing.
that, though.
Here's my thing is. In my mind, you have to not live above reproach, but I'll take that example. I want to give you no excuse. I'm going to make this idiot proof. Idiot proof. Because the moment I give exemption for an idiot, you'll be an idiot. So the problem now, Trey, T, Kieran, you know how many times it's, well, Stephen A., you said this, so why the hell can't I? We don't have time to be explaining.
Because
Hold on, real quick. I got that is extremely problematic.
What part?
That you can't. My dad used to tell me this: don't give them ammunition; they can't shoot you. Right?
Yep.
That is an extremely problematic and elitist behavior that does more harm to the community than good. Tim Wise is an author, wrote a book Between Barack and a Hard Place. And essentially what he describes in that book, white man, by the way, what he describes in that book is you have Barack Obama who went to Harvard, got a law degree, became a senator, ended up becoming the president, right? So now the uninformed and uneducated white person, whoever that may be, looks at Barack Obama and says, oh, well, if Obama's black and can accomplish all that, why can't you, neighbor? Why can't you, man at the grocery store? Why can't you, such and such that just committed armed robbery or whatever the case may be? It creates an enlightened exceptionalism, which says, if this black person can go and be this type of whatever fits into my mold of what I want you to be as a model citizen in America, why can't every black person? And we all can sit in here and agree that that is not the realistic expectation for any human being, let alone those that are more heavily melanated and typically have more obstacles to overcome. So that, I think, is extremely problematic to be like, oh, well, we can't give them any type of room to take our words and use them against us, because if we do.
But I think you made two great points that are separate.
Okay.
I fervently believe do not confuse excellence with equality. So I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Bet.
Just because you see some black individuals that are excellent does not mean yet that we are equal. So I believe that wholeheartedly. But I'm, in general, operate with the function of put everybody in the best position to succeed. I do it at a micro level on this show. I do it at a macro level in my life. Yeah. I do it in general. Like, AT, remember, we got a show today. I told him yesterday. But just to make sure, hey, we got a show today. Hey, Trey, cut this clip just like that.
Yeah.
I trust you to cut the joint, but hey, cut the joint just like that. Kieran, we're starting early on Wednesday. I'm finna text Kieran 2 hours before. Hey, Kieran, we're starting early on Wednesday.
Yep.
Because I'm going to put everybody in the best position to succeed. So in the same breath, I'm going to try to put other people in the best position to succeed. I'm going to try to help you help me.
Yeah.
Now, y'all are right in the sense of like, that's not a burden that should have to be tasked. But if Stephen A. does this, bro, if Stephen A. does this joint, now you know what we're gonna have to hear, and then they're gonna feel like it's justified, Kieran. That's what kills me.
Yeah, but I'm also I'm not operating based off of the fear of someone trying to relay a false double standard back in my face. That's just not the way I think about it. I just think it's a situation where you have something that also is, to Stephen A's point, factual. Like you can genuinely look at the history of basketball, especially in the modern era, and say, hey, no team with 3 white players. And also, I hate that we're just limiting this to basketball. Acho, if I told you, Lo, like, who do you think has the best front 7 in all of football right now in the NFL?
The Niners.
Okay.
Or the Texans.
Okay, so
the Texans.
Let's say it's the Texans.
I don't even think it's close to the Texans.
Yeah. Okay. So the Texans, unbelievable front 7, right? If I gave you 4 white DBs on the back end, and I told you, and D'Amico Ryans came out in the press conference and he said, "Yo, this is the best defense we've ever had." Yada yada yada. What would be? You love the Texans defense. What would be your question about the team?
Can the DBs hold up?
Why would that be the question?
We've never seen it.
Without knowing the players, I just jumped to a stereotype. Now, if you but he knows the players.
Yes.
If you told me Cooper DeJean,
yeah,
Riley Moss,
sure, Reed Blankenship still there.
Reed Blankenship, I still wouldn't love it. I still wouldn't love it.
No, but
is he older? But the younger Harrison Smith.
Yeah, younger Harrison Smith.
Yeah.
Like if you let me handpick the white DBs in their prime. But here's the problem with Kieran is like, bro, all stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason.
Yeah.
So like, should we just subject ourselves to submitting the Stephen A stereotype when there are hella black stereotypes? Now, the reason
Absolutely.
The difference with black stereotypes is you and I, and to everybody in this room, has either lived it or we've done enough due diligence to understand why a stereotype exists. Individuals like Candace Owens will come up and say, 77% of black families have come from broken homes. Well, Kieran, statistically, it's accurate.
Yeah.
But you got to add some nuance. You got to add some context. You got to talk about the fact that marriage within the black community has only been legal for roughly 3.5 generations. Marriage used to be illegal because black people weren't viewed as human beings. They were viewed as property, and property cannot get married. You have to add nuance. I don't just want to hear statistics outside of nuance because for so long we have been the subject of negative statistics outside of nuance. So if you're going to provide a statistic, Stephen A. Smith, add the nuance. They're slower. They're heavier footed. There's not enough defense. That is the nuance.
But we know that.
They're saying
we know it.
No, because here's the problem, T. We're just so hypocritical.
Just like when he said what he said, we knew it.
Okay.
He just said it. We know.
Like I said yesterday, though. I'm sorry.
Walker
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Kesler's actually a good defensive player.
Yeah,
he actually is.
No, he's a better defender than Luka
and Austin Reeves aren't. That's the problem because Walker Kessler gonna play some defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other two aren't. That's the problem. It ain't like they can't play defense. Meaning the white guys, because Cooper Flag play defense. Dean Wade play defense.
Yep.
It's just the other two on the Lakers play no defense.
Yeah.
Don't you just think in Big 2026, there's so many odds that we're defying? Like, Kieran, trying to do this off the top of my head, but like, when's the last time we saw 4 foreigners within a 7-year span lead their team to NBA championships? We just haven't seen it. So you really mean to tell me going into last year that SGA is going to lead the Thunder? I could do this.
When's the last time you saw a guard shorter than 6'2" be the number one option for a championship team?
There's so many things that you could just take a stat and try to make it correlation or causation instead of coincidence. Kieran, you can do it.
Find something to fit what you're trying to say.
I can find any argument. You can. But my thing, though, I don't think your argument doesn't hold merit if you are following what the trend is, though. I just don't. I don't think his argument lacks merit. And also, I think there is nuance that has to be added to the conversation, and we're saying that it's hypocritical because we don't want it thrown back in our face whenever that nuance won't be added to the conversation. Anybody that's going to throw this back in Stephen A. Smith's face whenever something is blatantly racist in the future is completely ignoring the nuance of the situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've seen white basketball players in the league since the league's inception. But we have not seen 3 white basketball players in the modern era go out there and win a championship as the best players. As things kind of progress, things change. But it's also black people weren't allowed to play sports. That's and also black people weren't allowed to play sports because of harmful narratives about these players.
But then shouldn't we also add the most important nuance? Are you talking about white American born or Eastern European born? Because those are two very different things. And Eastern European white individuals didn't really start to leave their mark in the NBA until the mid to late 90s. So if you really want to add nuance, and we're all intelligent enough in here to understand, Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves don't play the same, aren't the same, genetically aren't the same, built aren't the same. Luka Doncic and Dirk Nowitzki are far more similar than Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. So you also can't just simply blanket shape all skin color white is the same white. If Shady were in here, Shady be like, yeah, they black, but they not black American black.
Yeah.
You can't blanket paintbrush all white, just like you can't blanket brush all black. And that's what Stephen A was. You had a thought.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say back to the like you could cherry pick any sort of demographic or whatever to fit a narrative. But that's sports. That's what we do. We see it all the time.
What we do.
I get pissed off about the cherry pick stats that people. No player has ever scored 43 points on a Tuesday while being down, 6 points in the first quarter and then coming back on a Thursday, and they had a back-to-back game on the last week of the Thursday in June. We do that all the time. So, of course, Kieran just sneezed, by the way, for the people at home.
Bless you.
But
Thank you, appreciate it, man.
you pay that man a lot of money to sneeze on.
That's why you haven't got a contract yet.
But to finish my thought, it just you can cherry pick anything, but that also is part of sports. I think Stephen A just chose to cherry pick the fact that these guys are three white guys, and we have never seen the three best players on any NBA team be
successful and have
at a championship level. Yes.
Well said. Hey, y'all know the Speakeasy. We gonna get into the nuances of every conversation. We'll laugh. It'll get heated, but at the end of the day, it's all love. It's all respect. Just like we love and respect y'all behind the camera. Again, if we've done anything for y'all, made y'all think, made y'all smile, if y'all dropped a super chat, if y'all dropped a comment and engage with us, it would mean everything to us. If y'all hit the subscribe button, this is our last show for about 10 days. So after you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit that bell button to be notified the next time that we will go live. It is July 12th, taking a week off here, a week off in August, so that during the NFL season, we do not have to take too many extended breaks. Make sure we can continue to provide y'all with incredible content. Working 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. Kieran works multiple jobs. TJ trains multiple people. Trey got a pregnant wife at home. It takes a toll on us. So we do need a while to recover, reboot, restore, so we can come back and perform for you all. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button. We have about 3 more topics today, maybe 45 more minutes of show. Trey, talk to me.
Let's get it. We're kicking it off with Dominic Scott. It's been a while, Dominic. Good to see you back. Say, hey guys, long time no see. My bad for the absence. This job got me up before the sun rises and out before y'all start the show. Sending love. Miss y'all. TJ, who's the biggest what if wide receiver you ever saw or met?
Wow. I think that's kind of easy.
Okay.
Honestly. It's Josh Gordon. Like, what if he could have just stopped smoking, or what if the rules were changed?
Yeah.
Dude was big, fast, and was killing.
Yeah.
In Cleveland.
Yeah. I love that you said that too, or if the rules were different, because smoking weed is just really...
If it happened today, it wouldn't happen.
Of it today and what it was back then is completely different.
Completely different. Acho, they also wanted to know LB, biggest what if linebacker.
Acho.
Nah. Kuechly actually is a really good answer. I think Kuechly is a top 2 linebacker ever, and if Kuechly doesn't get hurt, I think he's undisputed the greatest linebacker ever. If not Kuechly, you know what? Rest his soul, bro. Let me go outside backers. Alden Smith. God rest his soul. Alden Smith still has the most sacks through 3 years in NFL history.
Phenomenal. That second year was crazy. He was like, y'all not going to give me Rookie of the Year and give it to Vomit? Okay, I'm going to go crazy.
If you're going outside backer, Alden Smith, inside backer, you could say Kuechly because Kuechly didn't get hurt, bro.
Yeah, that's fair. JN8052, our resident FBI agent, said, "What up, fellas? The Office enjoyed last night's live, especially Carebear thinking I'm a double agent. Interested in your Stephen A response? Well, you just got it. Think he's worried with the networks are going to pivot from him to PR-friendly white talent. Think he's worried.
No, not at all.
If
not at
ESPN. Stephen A moves the needle.
Yeah,
maybe at that other place."
Yeah, the other place. Yeah, they would have. Yeah. Mm-hmm, yep. Justin Bridgman 7476 said, "Love watching y'all. Can we talk about how Knicks didn't get any love? Most wins, yards, touchdowns than any quarterback in that draft. People say the other quarterbacks are better, but also say Denver beats New England in the AFC Championship game, if not for the injury to Bo Nix."
Yeah, it's because he has a better team than than Drake May does.
Yeah.
And I think he also just had a better situation coming in. Though.
Sean Payton. Yeah. Facts.
I think Bo Nix is incredible. I think he's actually really solid and doesn't get enough credit.
Incredible.
But, I think for what he does, yeah.
Incredible?
Yeah.
Okay.
For what he does, sure.
You don't mean that. Yeah, I was about to say.
he did.
He's solid.
But Kieran makes
solid.
that mistake a lot.
He does.
Kieran accidentally goes like a step too far.
Too far, yeah.
Shady or me will hear it and be like, bro, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's
But
really
incredible is crazy.
Incredible is
Incredible is
Caleb
crazy.
Williams
Yeah,
is incredible.
for Bo Nix.
Just eye test alone. Caleb. Well, actually, his performance against Josh Allen in that divisional game was incredible. His performance in that game against the Bills was incredible.
You're watering down the word incredible.
His ability to
He's
go
watering
down
the word incredible, man. You
Come
make
on,
me.
man.
Yeah, that hurts my
There's
heart.
dictionaries across the world right now that are like tearing pages out of themselves because you're using the word incredible. That's disgusting, bro. But that's what happens when you don't go to college. Adrian Kitzer said, start bench cut Friday Night Lights. Remember the Titans any given Sunday. # pay Trey and that bond number 9. If you know, you know. And Creed Black. I have heard good things about the bond number 9. All my homies that are into Cologne have been telling me to check it out. And I have not yet. Cologne. Bond number 9 is Cologne.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And then Creed
damn,
Black
man.
is as well.
Haven't heard of
But
that.
start bench cut, what y'all got? Friday Night Lights, remember the Titans, and any given Sunday.
Remember the Titans gotta
It's starting.
start.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Gotta start.
Starting.
What was it? What's the other one he said?
Friday Night Lights and any given Sunday.
I'm cutting.
Friday
I'm
Night
cutting
Lights
any
is
given
Sunday.
probably
Sunday's
probably
gotta
benched,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
and any given Sunday is getting cut.
You have to start Remember the Titans.
You have to.
Top
It's-
5 sports movie ever.
of all time.
First
Not,
movie I
not
was,
football, not Denzel, all time.
What's your favorite sports movie of all time?
Hoosiers. From
Bro,
Indiana.
never mind. Acho, what's your favorite sports movie of all time?
because Remember the Titans was the first movie I saw in theaters.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll never forget.
Damn,
Yeah.
theaters?
Yeah, first movie I saw in theaters.
Shit, you old. My God.
It was the first
Wow.
one.
You saw it in theaters.
Wait. How old were you when Remember the
Crazy
Titans
enough,
got-
I was old. I was maybe 10
I know.
or 11.
Yeah,
Damn!
I knew you couldn't have been that young.
No, but
Y'all don't
my
go to
Nigerian
theaters
parents,
no more?
we didn't go
But you
to-
didn't grow up in Nigeria. You grew
Yeah,
up in America.
But my parents brought Nigeria to the house.
Understood.
So it's like
but
you
you
were
couldn't.
there.
They
Movie
took
came
you,
out
or you
Yeah, I
went
went with the parents. Yeah, it wasn't like I was going on
with friends.
No.
That's
What-
what normal 10-year-olds do.
friends Guinea is what they would say.
What does that mean?
Guinea means what? Like friends how? Friends where?
Oh, okay. Yeah. What
these
friends?
books.
What friends do you speak
These
of?
books will be your friend. To kill a mockingbird, eh? This is your best friend here. And Animal Farm.
Animal Farm.
This one is your other best friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. Your favorite DM said, much love, Speakeasy family. Stay motivated. Workout Bear. Question for the room. They say Aaron Donald might actually play this coming season with Myles Garrett in the rework CB room. What would you expect from that group? Shout out to the CB room. Shout out to my line brother, Mike Hunter, leading those guys. What do y'all think, Aaron Donald? I just don't think there's been enough of like,
He
I
come
need to
back
hear it from
as-
the horse's mouth.
I just want to see him play 2 games.
That's gonna tell you what you
if
need to
he's
know?
close to the Aaron Donald that he was, I don't know what team's gonna do. I really don't.
Yeah.
They just gonna have a bad game offensively or defensively, just be terrible on the back end. You're not running the ball on them. You're not even throwing the ball on them.
Yeah.
Like they stopping the run and the pass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
That's
I
fair.
actually think Donald comes back, but I think it's like
I hope he does.
I think it's
You
back
think he
half
comes
of the
back
season.
back half of the season? Yeah. Shit.
I can see that. A couple more. We got to keep the show moving. Y'all have sent a lot of super chats. I promise we'll get through them by the end. Stephen A. This is from JN8052. Our resident FBI agent says Stephen A. worrying about clicks is what's wrong with sports and sports journalism today. Black people set a standard in sports journalism and are the best. Stuart Scott, Robin Roberts, John Saunders. Let's get back to that.
Well, those guys aren't.
Say the truth.
Like, bro, like, those guys are not opinionists.
Thank you.
They're guys
Thank
that I'm
you.
sorry. Like I love Stuart Scott. Grew up watching Stuart Scott.
Yeah.
Stuart Scott was awesome. Talking about the cool side of the pillow and whatnot. Awesome.
Yep.
But he was breaking
And an
down
alpha.
highlights on SportsCenter. He wasn't giving his opinion or takes on anything.
Yeah.
That's what sports media has turned into. If you want to see Stan Everett and Neil Verrett, they're awesome. They're amazing.
Yeah.
At what they do. They make sports so fun to watch, but that's not
But
what we
also,
have in sports media now.
that position is extinct because of Twitter.
It's not where we are now.
Like I can watch
Exactly.
a highlight. I don't, and shout out to y'all and everybody in here. we're so much more competent as sports fans now because of how much content's out there. TJ can put coaching clinics out there. The Orlovskis, the Chase Daniels are breaking down stuff. We're so much more competent as sports viewers now. I don't need somebody to show me a highlight.
Yeah.
It's just become obsolete. It's just become obsolete. That means like no longer relevant.
When I was a kid, When I was a kid, I've used obsolete on the show before.
Antiquated.
Fuck you, Trey.
Straight to it.
No. When I was a kid, if I wanted to see the highlights of a game, especially mid-2000s, right? When I'm like getting into sports, I'm turning on SportsCenter and I'm letting the entire hour program roll
over and
to
over.
see what happened to the team. You know what I mean?
Over and
now,
over.
I can get on Twitter and I can get on YouTube and there's a full 14-minute highlight reel of the entire game and all the impactful plays.
So well said.
30 minutes after the game.
So well said. Yep.
Also, if I want to see an opinion of someone, I don't have to see Tim Legler on television break down the game. I can watch
Joe Schmo.
Yeah, exactly. I can watch Rashad McCants. Give it. You know what I mean? I can watch a funnier, more detailed version that's not buttoned up, and it's not. Sports media has just changed so much, and we're not going back to the Stuart Scott days. It's just not. It's just not what it is, unfortunately.
Last one, we got to keep the show moving. IG legit said, Acho, I don't like your quote. Don't give them a reason point because if people hate you, they don't need a reason. The Michelle Obama and UFC situation showed us that. TJ goes for 230 yards and 2 tubs if a white DB lines up on him. LOL.
Did you ever see Jason Sehorn?
Oh, yeah, you had to play Jason Sehorn, no?
I don't think I played against Jason Sehorn, but we did have a white DB on our team, and he low-key was nice. Kevin Casehorn. He was nice.
Who was a white DB in your division? I need to look up some TJ numbers.
Sehorn was the last one.
None.
Yeah,
Sehorn, you know Rob Babers, he played at Texas. He was drafted to replace Jason Sehorn. He
None.
always says, like, I was the guy that killed white DBs.
The Ravens didn't have him. The Browns had Brian Russell as a safety.
Yeah.
But no, you remember
don't
the
see
white
white
corners
corners.
because it's
Yeah, you
that's
see
why we
white
know
safeties.
Cooper DeJean and Riley Moss.
Yeah. You know white corners.
Yeah.
Riley Moss is like an actual outside. Both Iowa guys. He's an actual outside corner, though.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
on one of the best defenses in the league. That's
With a hell
impressive.
of a white name, too.
Riley Moss?
Yeah, Riley.
Riley.
Yeah, Riley. Yeah.
I don't know what
Riley,
black,
Tucker,
do you know-
Hunter,
do you know
Parker,
Black
Skyler.
Rileys?
Black Riley. Riley
Riley?
Freeman from the Boondocks.
Riley Ridley, Calvin Ridley's younger brother. He played at Georgia.
Bet. Good pool.
Yeah, Riley Freeman, too, yeah.
Yeah, Riley Freeman. Yep. That's all I got, Kira. We got to keep the
saw
show
it.
moving.
Never mind. Saw
My president is black.
it. My Lamborghini is blue. Look, we have to keep the show pushing. It's time we talk about some news out of the WNBA voting was released, and you got to see where all of the players ranked in terms of the fan vote, the media vote, and the player vote. And there was some interesting things here about Caitlin Clark. Obviously, you know, one of the more popular players. She was number 2 in the fan rank behind Paige Beckers. She was number 3 in the media rank. But amongst the players, she was ranked 11th amongst guards in the WNBA. They believe 10 other guards in the W are better than her, according to the players. Your reaction to this, but then also, do you guys think that Caitlin Clark's peers they have something against her? Last year they ranked her 9th amongst guards.
Let's keep it a bean, G. Yeah. Caitlin Clark's peers have to humble Caitlin Clark because they believe society has propelled Caitlin Clark above what she deserves. So if Caitlin Clark has been elevated beyond where she should have been elevated, then someone is taking it upon themselves, and the athletes, it appears, are taking it upon themselves to bring Caitlin Clark back down to earth. So if league and fan voting believe that she's 3rd, then our peers, we're going to say that she's 11th because realistically, she's probably about 5th or 6th. And we're going to make sure it levels out. I think that you see this happen all of the time in life. You can go biblical times, you can go modern times. It always happened. You know that story of Joseph. Joseph, his brothers, they sell him into slavery, throw him in a ditch, whatever the case may be. And why? Because I was like, you know what, bruh? You got this little colorful coat and whatnot. You telling us about all these dreams, how we finna have to bow down and worship you? Nah. You go ahead and get sold into slavery. So I think that, Kieran, sometimes people make it their personal responsibility to try to humble you if they feel like you've been praised too much. And TJ, the realest take I could give, I think, is that's what's happening with Caitlin Clark.
Bro, it ain't your responsibility to try to humble me. Like, huh? You want to humble me by... They hating on her, and they know they hating on her. Because she's not the 11th best guard in the WNBA. Everybody knows it. Mm-hmm. Whether you want to put her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, she's somewhere in there. 11? Like, just go back to... Y'all just don't show some appreciation for what she's done instead of hating on the woman. Like, why do we do this? 11? There's no way the media has her 3, the fans have her 2, but the players have her 11. Does she not hang out with them? Does she not talk to them? Is she not signing their autographs? It's something. It's something that she's done to them.
Well,
because she's not 11.
There's no way. I'm gonna jump in here. So one, obviously, I think there is a disdain for Caitlin Clark, and one feasible understanding and explanation of it is one side, and I'm gonna explain the second side, which is way more loaded, and I want to clarify that it is more loaded. So just bear with me. First side is you have a player that comes in and gets more fame and notoriety before earning anything in the league, and that's just not fair to people that have put in the work, put in the time, and all of that. That's the way they feel about it, I'm sure. On the other side of it all, Caitlin Clark, and I hate doing this woe is me stuff with this topic in general, but you're seeing it in terms of what these votes are. Caitlin Clark on this poll is not the only person to be rated drastically different by the players than anybody else. Kelsey Plum was ranked 6th by the fans, 5th by the media, and then 12th by the players.
But
let me explain.
The gap's not as far.
No,
that's true.
Also, Kelsey Plum is not the 12th best guard in this league. She's just not. There's rumors and things to be said about why WNBA players are treat certain individuals differently, and a lot of it is because Kelsey Plum and Caitlin Clark. Do you know what they have in common?
I think I know where you're going with this.
They are both straight white women. That's been the underlying rumor in the league for a long time, and we're having an uncomfortable conversation here. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with the entire standpoint. I'm just pointing out what I have been told numerous times about people that have worked in the W, what I have been told numerous times by fans about the W. Straight white women don't get the benefit of the doubt. Breanna Stewart, ranked 2 by the players. Understandable. Paige Beckers ranked 1 by the players. Understandable. The inaccurate rankings, whenever you look at where players are rating all of these guys, it's clear to see where the disparity is, though. And that to me is
who is knocking them because they're straight and white? What is the presumption? Is it
the players
are?
That's been the underlying rumor the entire time.
But then
Sophie Cunningham has been
the
subjected to it.
Asia Wilsons? What about the Aaliyah Bostons? What about
they're not white.
Oh, so it's a
the
white
straight
thing.
white players in the league.
So straight white players get
the straight white women don't get the same type of love from the rest of the league as
the straight white players that are ballers.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Because that's what I've been told numerous times.
See, but to me, I don't think. Do you think causation? I think correlation. I don't think causation. I don't think you're straight and you're white.
I don't think that's what it is, but I think when you're looking, I think that's what it is. I think I'm gonna stop sitting on the fence. I definitely think that's a part of it. I think one is they get a lot more praise and respect and notoriety because they're straight white women and they're more commercially successful. They're more popular than other guards in the league. You hear far more about Kelsey Plum than you do a Arike Ogunbowale. You hear far more about a Caitlin Clark than you do an Asia Wilson. You hear far more about the straight white women in the league than you do, say, the not straight African American women.
Are you and I in agreement? You're just explaining the why? Because my thought process is
the why.
They're overpraised, so somebody needs to humble them. You're telling me, Acho, they're overpraised because they're straight and white.
No, they're overpraised, which is the reason why I think I said there's 2 elements to it, and I want to make sure that that's very clear.
Where are they overpraised at? Because there's straight white women in the WNBA that aren't praised at all. So they're not overpraised.
Are they cold,
they've earned this.
They've
earned this. They have not earned. They've earned it.
But here's the thing: the WNBA players that are praised straight and white, is it that they're straight and white, or is it Caitlin's an outlier? Because Cameron Brink was overpraised. Sophie Cunningham was overpraised, but they, subjectively or objectively speaking, they're more attractive. So you're going to get overpraised, and they're straight and white, but they're not necessarily like elite level ballers. So
I think attraction is way too subjective to kind of throw into the mix here. But I think when you look at my thing is, there's no explanation as to why Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Plum are ranked the 11th and 12th best guards in the league. Now, I know if you're talking about players, I can completely understand. Guards, the 11th and 12th best guards in the entire W, it's kind of crazy. Now, the correlation, like I say, Caitlin Clark, I think, is far more polarizing of a player than, say, a Kelsey Plum is. But it's just, to me, it's not factual. Like, even if you don't like someone, it doesn't make sense that they're that lowly rated. And I don't want to make this a whole, like, woe is me, the straight white women are getting unfair treatment. That's not what I'm saying this is. It's more so just, that's what I think I've been told, and what you can kind of realize as well.
Straight, white, and elite.
Sure.
You gotta add another third caveat.
But, like, do you think Kelsey Plum or Caitlin Clark are the 11th and 12th best guards in the league?
Kelsey doesn't get the same notoriety she got when she was with the Aces. So, like, I could see how, because Kelsey got a lot of praise for a lot of reasons. Number one, she was in a very public relationship.
Yeah.
And she was in a public relationship in the W. Before there was Bam and Asia, there was Kelsey and Darren Waller.
Yeah.
So I could see, but now Kelsey, she don't really get no pub like that. Caitlin, I think the players don't think she's that nice.
That's true. I think that's true too.
But you can't think that.
I don't think it's just one thing or the other. I think that's true too.
So, whatever. The chat knows me as the resident Caitlin Clark hater. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not.
Yeah.
11th is way too low, but top 5 is way too high. She's not a top 5 guard in the WNBA.
Yeah.
And to back this up,
it's very debatable.
To me, it's not.
Yes, it is.
And I'll give you my top 5 that I think is irrefutable.
Go ahead.
Paige Beckers, Kelsey Mitchell, Ryan Howard, Marina Mabry, and Kalia Copper. And you can even that doesn't even include Kelsey Plum, who I think is better, but she's been hurt for about a third of the season this year. So
Kelsey has been hurt. Yeah.
So I won't put her in. And I also think that is attributing to why
she wasn't left off the ballot though. That's still
she's played enough to qualify, but she's missed 33% ish of the season, a little bit more, probably closer to like 35% of the season. So I can understand why Kelsey Plum fell a little bit. Caitlin Clark falling to 11 though is crazy. Like, she is a top 6 or 7.
I'm taking her over
guard.
Mabry, because if her and Mabry were on different teams, Caitlin Clark will be doing more than what Mabry is doing.
And see, I would almost be inclined to agree
Kelsey
with
Mitchell
that.
and Caitlin Clark on the same team.
It's kind of splitting
Yes.
But
yes.
Okay, so then I'm putting Jackie Young above Caitlin Clark too, because she's on a team with Asia Wilson. And so Jackie Young, if she had her own team, would be.
But Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark are both
battling for the
same perimeter players.
Yeah.
They're perimeter players.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think it's hate?
That she's number 11th?
Yeah.
I think it's hate, and I think because of people like y'all, I'm going to be honest, that have heralded Caitlin Clark with so much responsibility for the league changing and it being her league, and
was it a coincidence?
She's been crowned too early, and so players are like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna make her pay for this."
It
so I do think it's some hate,
though, right?
You said what?
What a coincidence! She balls in college. What a coincidence she comes into the WNBA. What a coincidence things change. What a coincidence. Just so happened to be when she comes into the league that things take a turn for the better. What a coincidence.
Well, it goes back to the correlation, causation, and coincidence that we just talked about.
Hers is correlation, and you can draw it.
No. The collective bargaining agreement was
talking about
already expiring.
I'm talking about tickets. I'm not
But we did the ticket thing.
No, I'm talking about
views are still up when
because I fact checked it. I went back and fact checked it.
The WNBA had its most viewed season last year.
Caitlin
Clark didn't play.
The 3 most watched games this year, all Caitlin Clark games. You can also talk about you have to move into bigger stadiums because of Caitlin Clark. You also can talk about the drop off in the college basketball game for women and in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark was out doing some finals games. So that's there's a direct correlation between Caitlin Clark playing and ticket sales and viewership. 3 highest watched games this year. Now, if you want to suggest Acho the collective bargaining agreement, I can give you that. But
you also have to give me that
Which
viewership
one?
was at its highest last year in Caitlin Clark's absence.
Oh, but Caitlin Clark still played. She still played half the season. You know what I mean? It's like she still attributes to. She's
not making. She's not making. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
She still attributes to the bucket.
Yeah, but she missed more games than she played.
Yes, if
including
you
the
include the
playoffs.
playoffs.
Yeah,
Exactly right, sir. Exactly.
And they went extremely far without her.
Yes, that's the most telling.
Yeah.
So I was just looking it up to see if maybe I was a little bit off. Kelsey Plum last season finished 10th in the player vote. In her All-Pro season in 2022, she finished 5th in the player vote.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
that's like
So then there's credence to your
but
argument.
there's credence to the argument,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. Like it's, I'm not trying to say that that's the only reason why. They could also just think maybe she gets more credit than she deserves because she is. I mean, I don't know, but I just think there is some credence to the argument, and it's tough. We see this a lot though. We see this a lot. You see this in high school. You see this in terms of like fame and notoriety.
Is the premise that who dislikes them because they're straight and white?
I mean, clearly the players, I don't believe, are ranking them.
Aren't straight.
Well, it's clear. Okay, or let me take the tinfoil hat off. It's clear the players don't think that Kelsey Plum is nearly as good as the media and fans think she is.
Fans, I don't care for as much.
But that same correlation isn't related to the other players in the league. When you look at the fan vote versus what the media you look at the player vote versus what the media and the fans say, for other players, it's way more close than it is.
Okay,
there's a larger disparity with the straight white players.
Let me poke a hole in your example. What about AZ Fudd? I think fan vote, she was 4th. Media vote, she was 15th. Player vote, she was 28th.
She's 28th. She's also the girlfriend of the third most popular player in the league.
Correct.
So then, to me, I think if people feel like you've been given something unnecessarily, to me, that's the correlation.
I agree.
Not straight, white, not gay. It's just if you've been given something you didn't deserve. AZ Fudd, #1 overall pick, probably didn't deserve it. Paige Becker, some would suggest.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark, more praise.
So you think they think that about Kelsey Plum? Like she was given something that she didn't deserve?
Kelsey Plum she was getting hell of attention.
Bro.
Before Asia was getting attention.
College's all-time leading scorer, comes in the league, wins championships.
She got to be top 3 in scoring.
Who?
Kelsey Plum this year.
She got hurt, so it's kind of hard to quantify.
Where's she at?
When she went out, though, she was averaging 23 a game.
Yeah. Come on, man.
She's one of the top scorers in the league.
You can't hate on somebody averaging 23.
Yeah. I'm sorry, like Kelsey Plum has never been outside of the top 10 in guards over the last 6-7 seasons.
No,
like, she just hasn't been.
She hasn't.
So yeah, I don't like that.
Trey, let's get some super chats, G.
Let's keep it moving. Mac Wild said, "What's up, Speakeasy fam? Any plans for the break? Acho, pay the man so he can go from chump change Trey to money Trey weather." I like that.
I like money Trey weather.
Money Trey weather's fire. I like that.
Sure.
Any plans for the break, Kieran? You have a busy schedule for the break.
Yeah, I'm going to Texas tomorrow, 4th of July, chilling with the family, smoking a brisket. You can see it on my Instagram story tomorrow. It's gonna be a problem. Then I'm going to New York, and then after that, I'm going to Kentucky. So, and then I'll be back here on Sunday. Yeah, no, three different areas.
TJ, what about you not having to make the drive from Orange County for a whole week?
No, we just gonna barbecue. I got a partner coming out here in Hermosa, so I may go chill with him one of the days. Barbecue, chill. My week, man.
Who on the grill?
Oh, me and my wife. Cause I don't eat pork, so she gonna barbecue her own ribs.
Okay.
But I'm gonna barbecue some steaks.
She don't like beef ribs?
Listen, I'm not even touching the pork.
I told her if she got some beef ribs, I would do them, but she like the pork one. So
Bad man, the swine and dine.
Yeah, I haven't eaten pork in forever.
Well, you know, I got a second baby on the way, so every free meal counts. Just throwing that out there if you want to,
just grifting for money.
Listen, you
now
got to.
Food. Just
hey, matter of fact,
crazy. Acho.
I got my daughter. She just had a baby.
Yeah.
We got the newborn diapers boxes we've never used. My grandson is
already out of newborns,
bro.
Man.
I think unfortunately,
y'all
our
probably
babies
have too many, huh?
We just went to the doctor last week. The doctor said that she scanned at 7 pounds 6 ounces, and we still have 4 weeks left to go. So I don't think we're gonna be in newborn diapers.
You're gonna be a newborn. You're gonna be a newborn still. It's been a while for you. You're gonna be a newborn. At least a week and a half.
Oh yeah.
And they're
for
gonna
sure.
go through 10 diapers a day.
Yeah.
If you anything like us, you pee, we changing diapers.
Yeah, oh yeah,
'Cause you
no,
don't want
ain't
rash or
no
none of
soggy
that.
diapers,
Oh,
and especially not with the girls.
Nah, we ain't gonna have no diapers.
No, we ain't doing that.
Soon as that line turn blue,
Yeah.
Oh, time to change the
Time
diaper.
to change that diaper.
I see why they say
Yeah.
diapers cost so much.
Yeah, facts.
Easy.
I know like that, man.
I am Cold Dog. Also, TJ, we need to get on the space table. I am Cold Dog said, Bird, Mikael, Ainge, what are y'all talking about? Throwing Danny Ainge in there like Robert Parrish wasn't on that team is disgusting work.
Or Dennis Johnson.
I was just going to say, throwing Danny Ainge on there like Hall of Famer Dennis Johnson wasn't on
Come
that
on,
team
man.
as like the third best. But take your pick. The Chief.
Hey, Danny Ainge was cold. I watched the playoff series of him and
That's
him and the
fine. He
Bulls.
was great. He was a great.
He was dropping Michael Jordan off.
Okay, that was Rex Chapman. Any given Sunday, DC4L said, "Is this shocking?" No. Paige Beckers was the first great white hope and was expected to attack the W with a storm instead of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin doesn't exist if Paige misses 2 years of college. Paige is the white Maya Moore.
She still exists.
Ugh.
She still exists because nothing was gonna stop her in that conference from going out there and dropping 30 and doing all the stuff that she was doing. Her highlight reel was still more exciting than anybody's
But
we've seen.
Kieran,
in college.
if Caitlyn never gets to see Angel, the blow up don't happen.
Sure,
You know what I mean? Because I went back and researched. Caitlyn got busy versus Colorado, and nobody was talking about it. Portnoy, nobody was talking about it. It wasn't until this situation that all
After she
race
dropped
blew
off
up.
Louisville.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if she doesn't see Angel, you
That's
know what
fair.
I mean? Like Kieran's like, right, we'll talk about her.
but she
it's
sees
not
Angel in the
this-
championship though. She had to get there.
But
though.
if Paige is alive, not alive, but if Paige is alive and well,
Yeah.
if UConn is cooking,
Right.
and it's not a championship matchup, it's a Sweet
Yeah.
16 matchup, and nobody's watching.
I've always been on the belief that Paige has just always been a better player.
Yeah,
High
for
school,
sure.
in college, and now in
I
the pros,
covered.
it's kinda
This is
fun.
what people are like. Oh, Trey does just hate on it. I was at the 3-letter. You know how much they were making us cover Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
I'm talking about on a random Wednesday. I'm cutting full highlights, 5-minute highlights of Caitlin Clark versus the Minnesota Gophers, Golden Gophers. So I was deep in them Caitlin Clark trenches. Our FBI agent is back in the building again. Jay and 8052 said, let's be real. The WNBA is like an HBCU. It's a sisterhood. CC and Plum do their own thing. They're brand conscious, and they aren't as tapped into the sisterhood. Cameron Brink or Marina Mabry are celebrated around the league because of that.
I like that take.
I mean, that's
I like that
that's
take a
fair.
lot.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
Marina
very
also
fair.
might be, but yeah, I mean, like Cameron Brink also just isn't in any sort of all-star conversations
all.
at
She-
all.
Yeah.
Like,
she was
that's-
hyped up because
but
she
that's
was
what I'm
in the
saying,
track
though, like,
But
it's-
if she was, they would have humbled the hell out of her too.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's a, like, when I say it's not a woe is me situation with them, I'm saying like they're not missing out on any opportunities or being robbed from anything
They
by
got it good.
not being in the favor of the WNBA players.
Yeah.
I'm just giving what I've been told as reasons from people that know a lot. So that's
But is it also just fair to say, like, if you're not likable, people don't like you?
Of course.
Yeah.
But why are you unlikable though?
Maybe because you can't relate.
That's
But
true.
we could relate
Yeah.
if.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Money Power Respect 773 said the straight white woman take is lazy. We take the NFL Top 100 serious yearly, but these women are haters for their own for their opinion on their peers.
The problem is, it's just so. If we ranked Aaron Donald, let's not take Aaron Donald. If you ranked CeeDee Lamb
Yeah.
as the 12th best receiver, we'd be like, all right,
That's a problem.
What are we-
'Cause
That's a
he's-
problem.
Right.
like
that's
CeeDee
a
Lamb's
problem.
probably like the 5th, 6th, anywhere
At
from
worst,
4th to
There's something
6th.
that you
at
could-
worst, CeeDee Lamb is 4 to 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
Also,
said.
that
the
works.
disparity
Yeah.
between fan media, or essentially
Right,
the
that's
fans of the
telling.
sport, the media that covers the sport, and then the players, if it's that wide, then there's clearly something personal that you feel is off.
Yeah.
It's a personal issue. If you're not going to be like it's not being. I don't know. That's I can understand why you might think it's lazy, but it's also just what I've been told.
Yeah, listen, a couple more. We got to keep the show moving. David Torres Flores said, Carebear, who you got, Mexico or England on this upcoming game? Mexico has won 70 games, drawn in 17 games, and has only lost 2 games in their home stadium. Hashtag social release hub.
You will not see a more raucous environment in the sport of soccer than what you will see in Estadio Azteca when they play England. The last time they played in that the last time England played in that stadium, they had the Maradona hand of God. It's God is going to have his hands all over this game as well.
Yeah.
They are going to win this match, and it is going to Mexico is going to win this
Yeah.
match. Mexico is going to upset
know.
England, and they are going to, like, the city might just light on fire.
It is going to burn.
It is going to be an absolute insane environment.
The
for a
cartel
soccer
might take a night off.
But
They definitely might.
the thing, though, is to me, it's if England gets up early and can keep the crowd out of it, I actually don't think it's close.
I don't think the
But-
crowd's ever going to be out of it.
No, if they can go up like 2
Based
goals,
on the way
2
England
nil,
starts
If they go
games?
2-0,
if
then
they can go
yes.
2-0 at half, like if
England
Harry
England
Kane
needs to
do-
do that though.
Yes.
They
1-0
can't
ain't
have the
enough.
same
Bruh,
bad first half
1-0
they did
ain't
last
If
time.
you let Mexico
England shoulda
in that
lost
stadium
the-
rock,
They should have
Yeah.
lost.
But this is why I got to go with England, because at the end of the day, England has 2 bona fide dudes who at any point in time can put the team on their back.
England has the outside of France, and you could even make the argument they're right there with France in terms of how talented they are.
Yeah.
They are ridiculously good.
Yeah.
They are ridiculously good. Declan Rice, best defensive mid in the entire world. Jude Bellingham, one of the best attacking mids in the
That's what I'm
entire
saying.
world. Harry
Jude
Kane, the best
Bellingham.
striker in the entire world. They have so many pieces. They're 1,000% a better team. That shit is not going to matter in Mexico City.
But you can make
It's
it
not.
matter, because T, you know this, and when we talk about this all the time, especially in sports. If you're going into a hostile environment, get them out of it, keep them out of it.
I need my dudes to be dudes.
Yeah.
If my dudes are dudes, I don't care where we're playing.
Correct.
Y'all not beating us.
And
We need
finna
them uncommon
take
plays.
the crowd out of it early.
Yeah.
And then keep the crowd out of it. Like, that's the message. And if you can do that, you run away with it.
I think we should keep it moving. We got a lot of super chats. We will get back to them, but we got to keep it
Look,
rolling.
we got to keep the show moving. It's time we talk about Jaylen Brown. There was a lot that came out about Jaylen Brown in the past day after being traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. People in the NBA believe Jaylen Brown has a disease. Apparently, someone said, per Colin Cowherd, I had 2 NBA sources, 2 people in the league, one an executive, one a scout, that said Jaylen Brown it's a disease. He suddenly thinks that he's the smartest guy in every room he's in. You make a lot of money, and suddenly you're absolutely sure you don't want to listen to your bosses. You don't want to listen to consultants. You don't want to listen to your teammates. Donovan Mitchell hopped on Twitter and had something to say. Critique basketball all you want, but disease is insane. We got to stop letting people just say whatever. Come on, man. Do you guys have an issue with Colin Cowherd's report on Jaylen Brown thinking he's the smartest guy in the room and calling it a disease?
Where you at, T?
I've always kept it about basketball. I never make it personal. Jaylen Brown, and I don't know him. Went to Cal. Didn't hire an agent because he's smart enough to handle it himself. Comes off to me like he's a very intelligent man. Why should he dumb himself down because other people in the room think he's the smartest guy in the room? If that's how he feels, that's how he feels. And if that makes you uncomfortable, that's a you problem. That ain't got nothing to do with me. The way that I carry myself, if that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's a you problem. Why wouldn't he feel he's the smartest man in the room? Why would he walk into a room and feel like he's less than of anybody else that's in there? I don't have a problem with it. To me, they want to justify why they've done what they've done. And they not going, you can't go to Jaylen Brown, the basketball player. They're going to attack Jaylen Brown, the person now, to justify what they've done. I have no problem with him thinking he's the smartest man in the room. He may or may not be, but you should always think highly of yourself. And so if you feel uncomfortable, that's a you problem.
I love everything TJ said. Just because you're in a position of power doesn't mean you've earned that right. And Jaylen Brown, I love him challenging the status quo, because Jaylen Brown is likely smarter than several of those coaches, than several of those executives who are in those coaching and or executive positions because they were somebody's son. Let's keep it a bean. Like, I grew up, favorite team was the
just
Mavericks.
because you're a coach does not make you smarter than a player. You know how many
Not at
coaches
all,
I
bro.
had
Not
that I'm
at
like,
all,
how the
bro.
they get this job?
Not at all, bro. With all due respect, whatever. But
Yeah, exactly.
Kieran, when Don Nelson
Oh, yeah, Donnie Nelson, yeah.
left the Mavericks, who took over as the coach?
Avery
eventually?
Johnson.
And then Donnie Nelson found his way
Yeah.
right there in the coaching. The hell? Make that make sense. So I actually think that Jaylen Brown, TJ, you said it perfectly. I can't even retort. Everything you said was perfect. Because they can't knock the player. He's finals MVP. You can't really knock the player's game. But you have to justify moving on from a player that is 2 years removed from a finals MVP. And the only justification can be he thinks he's too smart. Imagine a world in which that is the knock, that a player thinks they're too smart. Furthermore, Jaylen Brown is smart.
Exactly.
One of the youngest individuals to give a Harvard lecture. Went to Berkeley. Attended classes at MIT. He's not going to minimize his intelligence to make you feel better about yourself. And more often than not, who's this coming from? Probably some white dude. So with all due respect, Jaylen Brown, don't shrink yourself. Don't minimize your intelligence. You're crazy skilled as a basketball player, and you're also wicked intelligent. And most of these individuals writing about this can't relate.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate seeing a smear campaign because you made a bad trade. It's very reminiscent of what the Dallas Mavericks did after sending away Luka. Well, he was fat, he was slow, he was lazy, he wasn't doing his rehab.
We want to be a defensive team.
He didn't want, and we want to be a defensive team. You can do whatever you want to justify your bullshit, but we see through it, and it's bullshit. It's just bullshit. Even the report about Brian Windhorst. Now, I don't know how much credence I want to put to all of these reports because I've seen some wild things. Someone saying that they believe that the Derek White had a better season than Jaylen Brown.
Analytics have said so.
Analytics have said so.
Man.
I don't even know if that's true. There's just so much news being spread about Jaylen Brown right now and why it didn't work out. What did it look like on the basketball court? That's what should matter. What did it look like when Jaylen Brown was out there without your best player who you want to build your entire franchise around? What did it look like when he was out there without him? They got a number 2 seed and he hooped all season long. Y'all had injury after injury after injury. He was consistent. He was there. He showed up. He was the best player on the court and he had his best season yet in the NBA. Whenever y'all needed Jaylen Brown to step up, all he has done is step up. When y'all needed him in the playoffs because Jason Tatum would disappear late in games, he stepped up. When you needed a defensive anchor in the series against Luka Doncic, he stepped up. And we're talking about how all of his shortcomings and how he's not shown up. It's ridiculous. It's dumb. And they're trying to do anything and everything to justify getting fleeced by the 76ers. Sorry, a 36-year-old Paul George and whatever you get with those 2 late round first picks or the 2 second round picks, unless there is an act of God, are not going to turn into anything close to what you had in Jaylen Brown. And it's dumb. It's just dumb. And I also think it's hilarious. You know what a real not smart move is? Getting rid of someone out of emotion. Getting rid of someone and not getting a good return package because you just want them out the door. That's not smart. Put your feelings to the side and make a good business move. Yeah. But the Celtics couldn't even do that. So I don't want to hear anything that they have to say about intellect. It's ridiculous.
This is my thing. I think this is another common case of the fragility of the white male ego. And the thing is, they didn't even have to play it like this. They had their get out of jail free card. Jaylen Brown was serving it to them on a silver platter, going on Twitch, saying this was selfishly his best season ever, his favorite season ever, going on after losing a big game and acting like he's just fine coping with the win. He gave them everything they needed. All they had to say was he was disgruntled. He was being a disruptor in the locker room. He wasn't happy with his role on the team. He wanted to expand. We felt like our hands were tied and we had to move off of him regardless of if it was a good trade or not. But because Jaylen Brown carries himself the way that he does, because he is intelligent, he went to Cal Berkeley, because he does have a fellowship at MIT, because he does give lectures on high intellect topics and conversations, they got fixated on that and said, oh, this young black boy thinks he's going to outsmart us and think he's going to come in our rooms and dictate this and dictate that. Get his ass out of here at any cost. So now they've cut off their nose to spite their face and they made their bed. They've got to lay in it. I don't feel sorry for the Celtics. It's a bad look on them. And,
Here's my thing, though. How come, and obviously I'm not trying to, let's go here. It's the last show of the week.
Last show of the week.
How come it's like, why is it the black athletes that are always accused of being too smart and it being problematic? The Myron Rolls, the Shane Battiers, the Jaylen Browns. Because you want to know who else was too smart in his head, could barely fit in the room when we still see it today? JJ Redick. Landed him a head coaching job that he didn't earn. But when Jaylen Brown is too smart, now it's a bad thing. So when you got an athlete that's dumb, it's a bad thing. Then when you got an athlete that's too smart, it's a bad thing. You want these individuals that just so happen to be a certain color to fit within your certain controllable realm of intelligence. Because when an individual's not that smart, you can control that individual. And ultimately, certain people in positions of power want to make sure that they can maintain control. But what you cannot control is an intelligent mind. What you cannot control is a mind like Jaylen Brown's that can push back on you because he has MIT and Harvard and Cal Berkeley experience. So the reason that this report of Jaylen Brown being too smart actually disgusts me is because you're trying to shrink an individual that has worked hard for his intelligence so that you can continue to control his mind, but his mind has already been unleashed by his education. That's really what makes me irate about the whole thing.
He knows who this is too.
Yeah,
he knows
for sure.
who this is. So when the Sixers play the Celtics, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Because he knows exactly who this is coming from, and it's exactly what you said. When you're not smart, they want to call you dumb.
Correct.
But when you're too smart, it's I don't want you to be this smart, you know? And so the Celtics are going to regret this. Is what Carebear said also. You made a dumbass decision, and you're starting to realize, like, you done fucked up, right?
And the last thing I'll say, and before we move on, I think there can be a too smart dilemma. If your intelligence inhibits your ability to play the game, bet. TJ, you play with people. Hi, I'm that person. If you're an overthinker, if you're too analytical, and it freezes you and gives you paralysis by analysis.
Not him.
Like, if your intelligence inhibits your ability to play the game, of which we all know individuals like that, and I will suggest humbly I was an individual like that, then bet. That's not Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown a dog. He's not one of those, like, always thinking types.
He's a smart player that you want on your team because not only does he produces, he's smart.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any questions about, I know I can go to one of my better players on the team, and he got it.
Yeah. Well said.
And also, real quick, before we move, maybe, and I hate to do this. Actually, I don't hate to do this. Maybe if Colin Cowherd spent more time studying what's important around the NBA as opposed to trying to hate on Jaylen Brown and leak these supposed sources. Can we play the clip, please, of this goofy ass stuff that he said earlier? Rome, they've got the clip.
It's really weird that it's Philadelphia, but I think that's a credit to Daryl Morey, who reportedly, from what I read this morning, Morey was on the phone 3 weeks ago, a month ago. So Morey was just the most aggressive GM here. That Daryl likes transactions. If Daryl was hyper aggressive.
No, Daryl Morey they ran him off after the season. Morey was run off with the new guy.
My bad.
Gansey. It was Gansey's the guy who made it. Yeah.
Totally that's right.
But
goofball behavior. Absolute goofball behavior. Worried about you want to slander Jaylen Brown so much and so bad.
You forget about
Daryl Morey is not even a part of the 76ers organization.
One of the most polarizing GMs in the league.
Come on, bro. That's all I got. I just had to get that out.
Do your homework.
Do your homework. That's it. Do your homework. It's your job.
Look, we're going to keep the show pushing here. It's time we talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. And Cooper DeJean is a safety, ladies and gentlemen. Vic Fangio apparently said to Cooper DeJean, Coop, your days at corner are hopefully over. Coop is going to be replacing Reed Blankenship part-time, meaning he's going to get some looks at safety as well this upcoming season. Fellas, do you guys expect this Eagles defense with Cooper DeJean in a new role to be elite?
I do. I do expect the Eagles defense to be elite. One, because they have too many elite pieces not to be. Zach Bond is an elite level linebacker in this system. Quinyon Mitchell is an elite level cornerback. Cooper DeJean is an elite level nickel. I just think he's an ultimately elite level football player. A healthy Jalen Carter is an elite interior player, and Jordan Davis is a really good football player as well. They have to answer questions out there at pass rusher. Excited to see them answer those questions. But when you have this many elite football players, T, ultimately you will be an elite team. The issue at hand is their question marks are at premium positions. You got a question mark at cornerback opposite Quinyon Mitchell. That is a premium position. We saw what happened last year. Was it Keely Ringo? Was he going to step up? Was it Adoree Jackson? Was he going to step up? Then you got question marks at edge rusher. Who the hell is finna rush the passer. When you have question marks at premium positions, that's the only thing that makes me worry. I would rather a question mark at linebacker than a question mark at pass rusher. I would rather a question mark at safety than a question mark at corner. So I do still think they'll be elite because they have so many elite pieces, but there are two positional question marks that are gigantic that need answers.
Their defense will be elite because Fangio is a defensive coordinator. When you have a coach he's just a very good defensive coach. But in that division, just the way the NFL is nowadays, you got to affect the quarterback. Yep. They can affect the quarterback up the middle. But if Jalen Carter isn't healthy, you got bad shoulders and you're a D tackle, that's you don't want those type of problems trying to be a defensive tackle in the inside. Where are they going to get pressure from on that? Is it going to be Nolan Smith? Who is it going to be that can provide that outside pass rush? But Cooper DeJean going to just putting full-time as a safety. And it makes it easy now because a lot of teams will take out a safety or a backer when you go nickel and dime.
Yeah.
You don't even have to do that with him. You just drop him down now into the slot and he can be the nickel. And so the Eagles, to me, elite defense, as long as Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Quinyon Mitchell, and Cooper DeJean on the team, they will be elite. It's just where of the elite defenses like the Houston Texans, the Los Angeles Rams, and quite possibly the San Francisco, where do they fall in that ranking with the Niners, Rams, Texans when we talk, and the Broncos, top defensive teams in the league?
Well, the problem is, you said Rams, Myles Garrett. Niners, Nick Bosa. Broncos, Nick Bonino. Texans.
Both of them.
Exactly right.
Both of them.
Eagles. And Nolan Smith hasn't shown enough. Jalix Hunt hasn't shown enough. Jonathan Greenard hasn't shown us enough or anything in Philly. AJ Epinesa. So you need an elite premier pass rusher, or if not, you need like a wicked scheme. Because the Seahawks, you could argue the Seahawks, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they had an elite premier pass rusher. But they had a hell of a blitzer in Witherspoon. They had a great defensive coach. Correct. And an exotic defensive coach. And Witherspoon could blitz off that nickel position. So I think they'll be fine, but they'll be passively fine. Kieran, what do you think?
I think Vic Fangio and Howie Roseman as a tandem are just always able to find answers. Last year, you had a real issue getting after the quarterback, and then just middle of the season, we're going to make a trade for Jalen Phillips, and it just changed everything. We're going to get Brandon Graham out of retirement, and it just changes everything.
But they made that
his
trade for
rotational
Jalen
piece.
Phillips because they knew they didn't have pressure from the edge, and they think they addressed it, but
yeah. I think Jalix Hunt, it's a big year for him. It's a really, really big year for him.
Houston Christian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Do you think he? One, let me start here. Will Quinyon Mitchell maintain this elite level of play? Like, is he officially an elite cornerback?
Yeah.
Even without taking the ball away consistently.
Yeah. I would prefer you take it away, but I would also prefer you not let them catch it. Mm-hmm. So if you can give me both, that's great. But everybody that he probably wanted to play receiver growing up, and he just didn't have a ball skill, so they moved him to corner.
Given the Eagles' offense, I believe will probably struggle at least early. By struggle, I mean they'll probably be around like 12 to 16.
I mean, when you have a new coordinator, it's going to be some growing pains.
Yep.
There will be some growing pains unless they just able to overpower people in the run game.
So don't you feel like there will always be a pressure applied to this defense, whereas usually the defense knows y'all finna have to pass the ball. We're winning by 12 to 17 points.
I thought it was always pressure on the defense over the last couple of years. Last couple of years, it was always pressure on the defense.
Meaning if it's
we can't give up too much.
No. If it's a 3-point ball game, they can run and pass. If it's a 13-point ball game, pin your ears back, get ready for the pass. We coming out in nickel. But I don't know that the Eagles are going to have such drastic leads, such dominating performances throughout the course of the season that they're going to be able to make teams one-dimensional. What we want to do every time as a defense, we want to make TJ Houshmandzadeh and his offense one-dimensional. If we know that he's passing, we're just going to run even jet cover 5. Even just means we're running an even front. The defensive tackles are separated equally. The edge rushers are separated equally. Jet just means defensive ends. You're jetting up the field, and we'll run a basic cover 5. Man, with both safeties, y'all can double team the number 1 receiver, number 2 receiver, if there's a number 3 receiver. But if we're not up like that, and now we really got to think about what we calling, now we might have to play base.
Crazy,
like
though?
it just gets more complex.
You just go back to 3-4 years ago. The Eagles' defense was so much better than everybody else's.
Mm-hmm.
Teams have kind of caught up to them defensively when you talk about the Texans for sure, the Rams for sure, the Broncos. The Niners have kind of always been there. But 3 to 4 years ago,
When they had all the sacks?
it was like, yes, it was Eagles, best defense in the league. And if they weren't from a ranking perspective, it was from a what I see perspective.
Yeah, because remember, Eagles had the really good defense from sacks when they went to the
And
Super
it
Bowl
had
the first
so
time.
much depth.
But then remember, they plunged defensively.
Yes.
And that's when they had the DC that's now at Ohio State. Who's his name?
Patricia.
Matt Patricia.
They get Patricia. They have Nick Desai. Then get rid of him, Vic Fangio. They dominate. I think, does the Eagles defense rank in the top 10?
You're asking me that?
Yes, sir.
If they don't rank in the top 10, they may not make the playoffs. That defense has to be in the top 10. New coordinator, a new set of audibles, 2-minute drill. It's just so much, and we know it. But when you get into the game, everybody ain't Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
And so you got to really go. And so, yeah, that defense must be in the top 10.
Kieran, Eagles defense rank in the top 10.
Yeah. Are they trading Jalen Carter before the season?
Say no. Say they keep him.
Say no, yes. They're top. They're top.
Are they a
10.
better defense than the Cowboys?
Hey. Yeah, it's not
The
close.
Cowboys have a really good, at least on paper, team.
Problem with the Cowboys is we haven't seen the continuity
you have to
yet.
say they're a better defense than us right now. We haven't seen it.
We haven't seen it. And no
Also,
continuity.
yeah.
And a new DC.
new coordinator.
And a new scheme. Jesus. Oh.
They have 2 DBs better than anyone we have right there currently. I think Caleb Downs is
But he rook.
going to be amazing. But he is a rook, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just
And the new scheme. Cowboys running a new scheme. Bro, that's
New
hard.
scheme.
That's
TJ
hard.
TJ, they asking, they said, why you don't like Seattle? You never say nothing good about them.
I don't dislike Seattle at all.
They said you also sleep on Reek Woolen and Jonathan.
Greener?
Yeah, Greener. Yep.
I forgot they got Reek Woolen too, yeah.
Yeah.
They gonna have some
That's
athleticism.
going to be
out there.
opposite of Quinyon Mitchell. Reek Woolen was a monster when he was in Seattle.
What?
And then last year, he kind of fell off. But he fell off last year because of the style of defense that Pete Carroll had him playing suited him.
Oh, early. Young Greek.
Yeah, it suited him. And then you go away from the press coverage, and that's not what he do best.
Well, the other thing is, my fear is this. Vic Fangio runs a very be where you're supposed to be, don't take too many risks, play within the scheme-based defense. Reek Woolen is I'm more athletic than you, I'm faster than you, I'm just a football player. Vic Fangio, I don't need you to be like a crate. I need you to play the scheme. That's why Zach Bond is so good. Why Cooper DeJean and them are so good.
Hey, well, maybe he's learned his lesson. But yeah, I just don't think Seattle's going to be good this year. That ain't not saying nothing good about them. When you lose your offensive coordinator, if they're good, they better start giving Sam Darnold way more credit than they've given him.
But
if
we've
they're
never,
good on offense.
when's the last time you saw a Super Bowl champ be bad the next year? Bad, not average. Like Denver Broncos, Peyton
They
Manning.
lost their offensive coordinator.
That happens to nearly every team that wins the Super Bowl.
When you have a great quarterback, you keep it moving. Nobody classifies Sam Darnold as a great quarterback. So
But he's
the
had
great the Peyton Mannings, the Tom Brady's, and those dudes, it don't matter who we lose.
But he's had 3 offensive coordinators in 3 years.
But he's never been classified as a great quarterback. Nobody looks at Sam
Agreed.
Darnold in that way.
But he's had different offenses and has played great. You feel me?
Last year, they won the Super Bowl. Did they give the credit to Sam Darnold, or were they saying it was a defense?
Defense.
Exactly. But if that's another quarterback,
Sam Darnold.
it's not. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's why I say what I say. I think
Systems
Kubiak
matter.
designs plays and does a really good job.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
That's well said. Hey, before we get out of here, we got to get to these super chats. And the last time I will make this request, remember, y'all, we are off until July 12th. So if you just tapped in just now, hit the subscribe button. And after you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button. I do not want y'all to miss the next time that we do indeed go live. If we've done anything for y'all, it would mean everything to us if y'all hit that subscribe button and consider joining the Speakeasy family. We're here 5 nights a week, 2 hours a night. We just be vibing. We kicking back. We talk sports, we talk life, we talk culture. We consider y'all family, and we hope that y'all do indeed do the same. Again, we're off until July 12th after this show, but we will still be posting different content on the social media channels. So make sure you're following all of those social channels: Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, IG. We just try to make sure we keep y'all laughing, smiling throughout the course of your rigorous and strenuous days. Trey, let's get to some super chats. Let's get out of here, family.
Let's do it. We got a couple 50 balls to get to. Ro Bell said, finally get to catch y'all live. Being on the East Coast is hard sometimes. Pause. Question note. TJ, I was doing some spring cleaning and found a lot of my rookie baseball and football cards. And how do you still look the exact same? Keep it up, y'all. Hashtag pay him. TJ, give us the youth elixir secret, bruh.
I don't know. I really don't.
What's the face routine? What's the nighttime
water,
routine?
Go to bed. I promise you. I don't put nothing on my face. No moisturizer, no cream, none of that.
I'm gonna tell y'all the secret.
I don't drink. If I do drink it, maybe once a year.
Yep.
I've never smoked anything in my life. I've never done a drug in my life ever.
Yep. And your wife don't stress you out.
Nah. I don't have them. I don't let.
I know.
If
That's
you
what I'm
make me
saying.
mad, like I'm gonna handle it there, or I'm gonna just ignore it. Like I don't let petty stuff bother me. It is what it is. Water off a duck's back. That's how I approach.
Think
things.
about every person that looks older than their age. I guarantee you, they got a spouse that gets on their nerves.
She would like that you said that she don't stress me out, because she does at times for sure.
Oh, love for Mama Hoosh, keeping it moving. David Torres Flores said, question for TJ, hide your mamas. What do you think of the recent Lakers signings? Are they still a threat in the West? Yes or no?
We did talk about this.
Are we a threat in the West? Optimistically, somewhat.
Realistically.
I'm a Laker fan. Like, if you're on my team, I'm with you. If you're not, I'm not with you. I don't like players. I like my team.
Offensively,
we putting up points.
Busy. Yeah, they're getting busy offensively.
But I do like the
Defensively,
Quentin Grimes and the Colin Sexton. I like those signings because they play defense. But hopefully, Walker Kessler can protect that paint.
Yeah, that's facts. Gabriel said, what's up? Carebear, Social Trade, TJ, and Emmanuel Acho. Just my opinion, but I think the pause reactions are getting a bit overused. Also, I think y'all should watch The Polygamist and give y'all reactions. I think that would be a
y'all are overdoing the pause thing, man.
Hey, to watch The Polygamist, what are you talking about?
It's a TV show. It's terrible.
So they going wild on there.
I tried to watch like 15 minutes of it.
Of course you did.
It was like...
They that wild?
Yeah, I just didn't like it. It was like somebody trying to cheat on their spouse with the secretary. I was like, well, I don't even want this in my spirit. And I was just like, no, I'm done.
You see what I'm saying? Y'all think I'm the one freaked out on the show, but he watches shows about polygamy. Carebear talking about he want to ride Stephen A. and the way he sit on it. And then you just got me and TJ that's actually the chill ones, bro. Y'all got to, come on, man. The player 0012 says, shout out DJ Academics. I don't know why the fuck you would spend $20 to say that on this show, but... your money is your money, brother, and now it's ours. David,
that's crazy, bro.
To glaze
to spend $20 to say shout out to a grown ass man.
He must work with him or something.
Man, I don't give a damn. It's so many better ways you can spend $20 than to shout out DJ Academics on a sports talk show. That is insane. David Torres Flores also sent another super chat and said Mexico has a 17-year-old Gilberto Mora, who is balling out. Clutch Kicks 2279 said, I think it's the W's fault for the Caitlin hate. Not only did they force her as the face of the face before she was drafted, they know a balling white woman is a unicorn, and her being straight, she is easily marketable. Hashtag pay that man. Kenny Power said, what up, Speakeasy fam? Yo, TJ and Carebear, we got boxing Saturday. When Abdullah Mason defends the WBO lightweight belt versus Albert Bell and WBC featherweight champ Bruce Shushu. versus Renee Palacios. Thoughts or predictions?
Abdullah Mason, 6th-round knockout. Big power, southpaw.
I want to see him get. Yeah, I want to see a better performance than what we saw last time, where he ended up getting dropped multiple times.
That happens,
but
man.
it does. It
That's
does.
gonna happen.
Get hurt,
You're
but
gonna get your ass. It's how you get
I
up.
think so highly of Abdullah, and I think he could really compete with some of the top guys in that division in a couple years. But I just want to see more
I
consistent.
for sure will be
performances.
tuned in. That's a fact.
That's a bet. Trav Too Real said, shout out to Tomato Tray, Stephen A. Bear, TJ, who's your mama, and I can't forget Emmanuel Sebastian Mbaamute.
Mbaamute.
Mba is actually a Nigerian name, so shout out to him.
Oh, for real? Was Luke Nigerian? The NBA player, Luke Mbaamute? Probably, huh?
I don't
With
know.
UCLA.
I gotta look into it.
Okay.
It could be.
Also, shout out to the people in the back. I'm only shouting out Joseph. Shout out to my guy. Start Bench Cut, Movie Edition. Set It Off, Paid in Full, or Juice. Hashtag Rookie of the Year, hashtag Freeze the World.
Set It Off, smack.
You haven't seen any of those?
Set It Off.
I know Juice is where
You've
Tupac
never
had the
seen
haircut.
Queen Latifah?
Ooh,
And Set It Off?
Set It Off, smacks.
This is actually
I
pretty
know-
tough.
I know
Juicer
Boosie
set it
said
off
no.
is
I
starting.
didn't see
Juicer
Boosie.
set it off is starting for me.
You seen all? You gotta rank. I didn't see all of them.
You haven't seen all?
You wanna talk shit?
I'm probably going Juice, Set It Off. I'm cutting
Paid in Full.
Paid in Full,
Yeah. Shout out to Fight, but yeah, Paid in Full's cut. Damn, my mama's gonna kill me if I don't say Juice started. She's a Tupac. Set It Off is just fire though, bruh.
But I could
Set It
I
Off,
could start
great song.
Either
Set It
one.
Off also. I
Yeah.
really could. Yeah.
Where we at, Trey?
I'll go Juice, then Set It Off. The player 0012 said, I'm speaking for me and Mike Speakeasy, UDFA. DJ Moore's going to have his best season. NFL ain't never seen something like Allen. Ask TJ and Acho. This is facts. Burrow and Jaylen not even in the same league. Rings aside, real talk.
Man, this dude done lost his mind. Let's revisit this in 6 months.
Say less. I am Cold Dog. Gentlemen, be safe and enjoy the holidays. See you in 10
Yes,
days.
sir.
Appreciate that, Cold
Appreciate
Dog.
that, G.
6'8" Aquarius said Angel Reese in her last 4 games during their current 4-game losing streak is 17 from 48, 35% from the field, missing layups as usual. If CC can get the smoke for stinking it up, so should Angel.
Not wrong.
Right? Definitely not wrong about
Not
that.
wrong at all. Not wrong.
Top Shot is speaking of Instagrams and food and big fellas to my right. Top Shot has said, can we pass Carebear a drink for that flagrant plausible last post he made on his IG about some cake? Wrong! Can you roll the tape for us, please?
I have no
and
regrets
this
whatsoever.
freaky ass shit that Carebear be on.
I need
Janet Jackson playing in the background
Hold on.
with a piece of cake, and Karen
see
says,
that?
I need this shit in my mouth
That
right
is a
now.
strawberry cheesecake. Hold on. I haven't had cake in months. If I want that soft, velvety, creamy
Stop.
shit in my
Keep
mouth
reading.
right
Yeah,
now,
I'ma keep
I
going.
can-
Yeah.
I can have
Hey,
that.
That Would You Mind by Janet is fire too. If you ever need to get a lady in the mood, that's
Bro.
how. Manny Hilton said, Cardinals fan, why do teams move off coaches so fast knowing they were coming into a bad situation to begin with? I believe we still paying 2 coaches. Why not let them play out the contract and move on?
That's why they the Cardinals.
Hector Lopez said Carebear named Ronaldo, Messi, and Mbappe, but looks like the team's English grammar guys.
He's essentially saying Ronaldo didn't have as much help as those guys did.
Okay,
around
got
him.
it. Thank
Don't
you
wanna
for
hear that.
deciphering
I'm
that.
sorry, don't.
Top Shot has said, for some reason, my football nerd homeboy here wants to test Acho. He asked, Acho, you're the mic. Trips, right, running back, weak, tight end shifts, left, pre-snap. What's your first key, and what are you expecting?
Trips right,
I'm
running back,
always
tight end
reading
shit.
the triangle, so I'm probably expecting power. Honestly, one back power if they're in the gun. But I'm always reading the triangle, center, guard to the running back. If it's not power, trips right, it just went to doubles. Quick out by the tight end. If you can slide under it, slide under it. If not, get to the hook depth.
That shit tight. That shit tight. I ain't gonna lie.
Probably.
Deshaun the Barber said, family, much love. Sit on it, Bear. Calm down, G. This is
Yo.
the second day in a row. Mike Speakeasy, UDFA, start bench,
I'm
cut,
not
practice
apologizing for the
squad.
cake either.
Start bench, practice squad, and then cut. Not like us. Hit them up. No Vaseline, ether. So there's 4.
Stinky. Horrible song.
Damn, this is tough.
That's hard as hell.
That is
Not
tough.
like us.
Not Like Us is better than all of these songs.
I'm going to hit him up.
I don't know if you
I'm
can say
starting
that,
to hit him
bruh.
up.
Hit them up is
Him up is
bruh.
crazy.
Ooh, wee.
Can you bench not like us? Can you practice squad ether?
I'm benching Ether.
Really?
Practice squad, not like us. I guess I'll cut
I
no
gotta
Vaseline.
cut
No Vaseline
I
gotta
only know
get
either
cut.
for the beat. I've never heard the original.
That shit hard.
Never.
Ether hard.
You're disgusting, bro.
90s and early 2000s.
Go do some research over these next 10
I'm not
days.
going
Black
to.
movies and black
I'm
rap
gonna
beats,
enjoy
bro.
the golden age of media that we're in right now. That's
Top
what I'm
Shot has said, FYI, Trey, Louis Vuitton stores will refill your fragrances for $200.
wow.
Actually, it's
wow.
it's $100 less than the retail of the cologne. Yeah, so it's $350 retail, $250 to get a refill. For unmarried TJ, so TJ, you not married in this situation. What is the dollar amount on dates you have to reach before you abort mission on a baddie you really trying to knock down?
Great question.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Acho wants to get in on this
I
too.
really
I can
don't
tell.
have like a dollar amount. Like, oh, I spent this, I spent that.
Yeah.
I'm certain I'm getting it. I'm certain of that. I'm not worried. Like, I'm worried. Oh, I gotta spend this.
No, but he's saying, what's the most you're gonna spend before you walk away from a chick that's not giving it up?
I ain't never getting to that point because I know I'm gonna get it.
He's never been in that situation.
I know I'm getting it.
He's a pro athlete.
2
man.
dates,
Understood.
max.
Yeah.
Let's talk about someone that was practice squad or something. Acho, what do you think?
Acho, way in here.
I mean, I was getting women before I was an athlete.
Nah, yeah. But Acho was a private Catholic school and whatnot. So.
Yeah. All boys, by the way.
All boys.
All boys
yeah.
school.
Yeah, no game until college. It's tough.
Excuse me,
I would like to.
He didn't see his first movie in theaters. He's fucking 10 years old. It don't get much like
Yo.
that.
Next super chat.
Bro was reading Moby Dick.
Henry
Y'all
Wadsworth
crazy.
Longfellow is his bedtime story.
Sam.
dog.
He had a good relationship
cold.
with To Kill a Mockingbird, brother.
Matthew Leslie
Here's the
said,
thing, bro. I got a 10:30 haircut.
"Oh, so we need to. Oh, well, you cut me
Hey,
off.
super chat.
I'm like, I got a 10:30
Oh,
haircut.
cut me off. We gotta go. Sorry, y'all.
How many?
I'll try to back. We got 4 left.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I'm speed reading through these. Something Kieran can't do. He's not educated enough. TJ, you play with some great players in Cincy with Chad, Chris, and Carson. Do you beat Joe, Chase, T, and Gasecki? Which team has the best receivers now, Cincy or Dallas?
I always take ourselves, and I'm going with Cincy.
Okay, bet. Trav Butterfly said, first super chat I always watch. Hashtag tip for Trey.
Yes,
All
sir.
love. Appreciate that. The player 0012 again said, this is the Bills year for the chip. DJ Moore is going to look like Jerry Rice with Allen. That's facts.
Wow.
Man.
Jerry Rice is that's
Wishful
come on.
thinking, man.
DJ Moore don't even want that type of pressure. Gabriel 99572 is rounding us out before we get out of here for a week. Said I forgot to say the tomato animation is brilliant. And did y'all see this crazy story of the 2 people
Bro,
who climbed the Empire State Building?
Man, I would have passed out up that high and looking down.
I wouldn't have made it.
I wouldn't even try it.
Yeah, facts.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That's facts.
Kieran, sign us
Insane.
out for 10
Look,
days,
man,
bro.
we appreciate you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button to be notified when we
Yo.
go live next. We are
It's
taking
over
off
with.
a whole week. We will be back Sunday, July 12th, back in the studio at 11:15 p.m. Eastern,
last show for a
10:15 p.m.
week.
Central,
Last
8:15
show
p.m.
for a
Pacific
week.
time for Kieran Higgy Simple,
Last
TJ
show for a
Hushmanzada,
week.
Emmanuel
Last
Acho,
show
soon to
for-
be Dad
last show
Trey,
for- last
and
show
the
for a
guys
week.
in the back. Thanks for listening to the butt.
Shout out to Joseph in the
for a
back.
We'll see you guys next time right back here in the
Last show for a
Speakeasy.
week. Hey,
Forget producer
last show
Rome.
for a week.